On a whole nother level. Let's get it. Run it up. Check the scope. Money talk, money more. Yeah. Main crew say they weed it. Kicking down the door. Run it up. Check the scope. Money talk, money more. What? Main crew say they with it. Kicking down the door. Let's go. And it's switch the whole lane when I'm driving the machine.
What is going on, Heavy Pour Sports? Saturday night happy hour. We are live. The crew is here. Randall, all UK ball. The Hammer is in the building. T-Step found some time for us in Arizona. And then Drew, fresh off a brand new article on Samson Media, which was phenomenal, breaking down a Kentucky roster. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. But let's get the crew in here. Boys, how we doing?
Doing good. Another Saturday. No negative things to talk about anymore. We're past that. We're now on positive talk. Got some of that Wednesday. So another show. Let's do it.
Well, not
Arizona is not.
But we still got some haters over there in orange and the Cardinals cap. But it's all right. We got Pigskin PD on our side. So that's all I really care about.
Through that.
How's Phoenix, T? Phoenix, right?
Yeah, it's hot, man. It is hot. This place,
how was the volleyball tournament?
As a whole, the tournament was a heck of a spectacle. The number one setter in the class of 2028 played on the court right next to my cousin. So Texas's head coach was there, and Texas is a national power. Anybody you could think. Navy was here, Creighton was here, Wake Forest was here, Duke, LSU, Wisconsin. So all kind of powerhouses in play. So some good volleyball. Sounded like 1,000 smoke alarms going off at the same time with whistles just blowing all over this massive venue. But it was cool, man, and it's just always nice to be around people being competitive and competing and stuff. So it was cool event.
What's the setter? Is that like the one that wears a different jersey and like kind of small?
No, that's the libero. The setter is just you get 3 hits. So the first hit is usually your receive and pass. The person that they pass it to is the setter who goes like that, so the hitter can go and spike it down.
Did you just learn all this today, or are you a volleyball guy?
I wouldn't say I'm a volleyball guy, but I've watched enough volleyball to at least know some of the basics.
Very well. And Hammer, as I introduce you or getting ready to introduce you, I just see the hashtag Country Roads. Feel like that's a shot. I don't know. I thought we were past the baseball thing, but maybe it has nothing to do with West Virginia, but it's still the sting and what they did to my Batcats. That's what I relate it to. But how you doing? And did you take the Spurs like I thought they'd get win number 2, or did you take the Knicks and cash again back-to-back nights?
Knicks in 6 is the war cry. So did not bet the Spurs. And
okay.
Yes, Country Roads absolutely 100% refers to West Virginia's baseball team. But it has nothing to do with Kentucky baseball.
Okay, so just the fact that did they get a W?
Yeah, they're headed to Omaha.
Omaha
for the first time, right?
Yep. Homeboy brought a raccoon into the stadium, and we got to hear one more Country Roads in Morgantown. So I hope they win it all, because screw everybody that's left in the SEC. And they're my people. You bring a raccoon to a baseball game, you're my kind of people.
So is there a story behind this raccoon? I missed all of this. That's like the black cat is brings you good luck or bad luck or whatever? Or is this just what they do in West by God, Virginia? They just bring rodents to baseball games?
Probably, yes.
Who brings the octopuses to the hockey games?
That's Detroit.
That's gross. You got to find a new tradition, I think.
Yeah. That's an expensive pregame or
how do you hide a big ass octopus? Like you can't keister
Probably
it
a
out.
question
You know what I'm saying? Like you
better
can't,
left unanswered.
you can't hide this.
Yeah, I don't even want to know the answer to that one.
What's up, Mercy? Thanks for joining us.
Mercy.
All right, we'll talk NBA Finals now. I thought, like, genuinely, I wanted the Spurs to win it in 7. That was my prediction. But what were they, 26-3 or some crazy stat like that after a loss? Figured they would get it done at home. They make a spirited comeback, down 14 points. They take the lead off of Wemby and 1. I think they're up 3 at that point with less than a minute. And they lose the game. It's seemingly the youthfulness. We thought the team was kind of ahead of its time by about a year. Seems like the youthfulness and the inexperience is what bit them in that game. The turnover by Wemby, who consistently is making these kind of boneheaded mistakes late in games that cost him. He's the part of the reason that got him back in that game. So can't blame him too much. But the unfocused, I think he said, how did he describe it? Blurred. I think is how he described it the last minute of the game. Thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Knicks and the Spurs? And is the series over now, 2-0, going back to MSG? I don't see how the Spurs get back in this thing, but they do have an alien on the team. So, Drew, what are your thoughts on the Knicks and the Spurs series so far?
Yeah, Wemby pulled the old Elliot Cadeau move in 2024. Remember when Kentucky played UNC and it was a tight game and I think Cadeau got the rebound, or no, they were running a half-court set, and he just threw it off the dude's back.
Yeah, as soon as he got off the half-court line, he threw it off the guy's back, and we won that game. Yeah.
So that gave me some flashbacks there, but I think the youth is definitely playing a factor, but I also just think the Knicks are playing some good ball. Like they've been playing good ball. They're up to 13 playoff wins in a row. Like that's incredible. Brunson, when they needed him most last night, went and got a bucket on a nice floater. I mean, he's one of the, if not the most clutch players in the NBA. He's ridiculous, but I know we'll get into the cat stuff, but like he's balling too, and he's giving Wemby some issues, which is unique. But I would be shocked if this series is not over. And honestly, I'd be shocked if it's 5 in like 5 games at this point. Can the Spurs get one? Whether that's in MSG or back at home in a game 5, I don't know. Just they're balling, and now they're down 2-0, and they got to go into Madison Square Garden, who's been waiting 30 years for an NBA Finals game. I would be shocked if this series isn't over.
Yeah, I mean, the next 2 games, and if the Knicks win this thing, which I think, the writing's on the wall at this point, New York City is going to turn into like actual Gotham. Like that place is going to be insane. There are not enough NYPD dudes out there or dudettes out there to stop. They might as well just stay inside, let them wreak havoc, and go clean up afterwards. But
it's going to be crazier than when Philly won the Super Bowl for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be insane. There's not enough. You can't grease the light poles up. It just let them go at it, man. Clean up the mess afterwards. That's all you can do. But T, we were in the group chat talking when Brunson hit that fadeaway, and you called him crafty. And I don't know how he makes these shots. He's 45 degrees to the deck on these fadeaways. He's the smallest dude on the court, but he's strong, and he just gets these shots up. Whether he's got a moonball in or he's incredible, and he's clutch as hell, man. When he needs a bucket, he can go 6 for 25 or whatever. But when he need one in the 4th, he's going to give it to you. But what are your thoughts on the Spurs? Do you think it's the inexperience that cost them these last 2 games? They're up 14. They come back down from 14 but still lose. And do you think it's over?
Yeah, I do think it's the inexperience because I've seen Wemby panic both games. And then I also just don't think Wemby is there yet. I still think he's got potential to be the GOAT, but he needs to add 2 post moves, 2 back to the basket moves. That's all he needs. Master 2 of those, and then you can utilize your perimeter skill set. But right now he's doing too much like crossover dribble, side step back, and it's not that he's not capable of doing it. But he'd be like Kareem with the skyhook as a 7'4", agile, nimble dude with some post moves. And he's taken some ill-advised shots both games. So what the Spurs need is I keep calling him beyond generational because I don't think you see him once every generation. You see him never. But you're once in a lifetime guy. You need him to be that, and he's not there the way I think we all thought he was there based off of what he did against OKC. And if your number one guy can't do that, then you're not going to win. So Dylan Harper has been an outstanding number two, the way Chris Middleton was, when the Bucks won, maybe even more. I actually would have liked to have seen the final play go to him and then let him get the shot and let Wemby go crash the offensive board.
Yes.
That's how I would have liked to seen it happen. So he's doing what you need a number two to do. Castle, my favorite player in the league, is just the turnovers, man. Even now that he's not being the primary ball handler with Fox back in the game, just the turnovers are killer. So I think that's inexperience showing as well. Play calling inexperience for Mitch Johnson, and then Wemby he's just got to add a little bit more. He'll get there, but I don't think he's there right now. So yes, I do think it's over. Brunson has been clutch since Villanova, and now he's just carrying that all the way into New York. And when the others, as everybody says, does the things that you only give them credit for doing at home, on the road, yeah, like Landry Shamet just could not miss. And when you get guys like that,
Mikal Bridges, I know he's one of their primary guys, but it's just 65-70% from the field that he's it's insane. You don't expect that from him. He's getting you a quiet 16. OG is giving you a quiet 16, 17 a night. It's it's impressive. They are a whole of a team for sure. Plus you have Karl-Anthony Towns, who I think is the clear Finals MVP at the moment. And he has been Charles Barkley, Shaq, like the inside the NBA crew, plus everybody else has been giving Cat the business since Minnesota days of he's soft. He's a 7-footer that will not play in the post. It don't matter where you put him right now. He is on a mission. He is, and it's fun to see Karl-Anthony Towns step up. I said it when Brunson got hurt on the Wednesday show. I don't know if Brunson isn't in the game. Can he rely on Cat to carry you? I said probably not, and he's proven me wrong because he's carrying this team right now for sure. But Hammer, what are your thoughts on the game? And do you think it actually gets to 6? Do you think it gets to 6, or do you think this thing's over in 4? Because it sucks. These have been great games, but I do think we might be cut short based off of it's going to MSG, and it seems like the Knicks are in the right mindset to carry this thing, and it would mean a lot to them to win it at home. Either way, win a championship is big for New York, but if you win it at MSG instead of game 5 on the road, is it 2-3-2 now, or is it 2-2-1-1?
2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah. So, I think it means a lot. So they obviously want to close this thing out. Do you think it gets to 6? And give us your thoughts on the overall first 2 games.
Well, it certainly looks like a sweep could happen. I don't know. It's hard to say that the Knicks will take their foot off the gas because I don't think Mike Brown's that kind of coach. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like maybe San Antonio's, they kind of threw their best punch. And it wasn't enough. So in their mind, they've got to be just in a really tough place mentally to think that, God, now we got to go to world's most famous and, play 2 games. And I honestly think the Knicks win game 3. This could very well be an elimination game, game 4, that, maybe somehow, some way San Antonio can find something and at least steal one there, maybe get another win at home, drag it to 6. I'm not necessarily hoping it's 6. I mean, these have been fantastic games. But I mean, it could be a gentleman's sweep, quite honestly. Because as much as the Knicks would love to win it in Madison Square Garden, I don't think they care if that happens or
certainly,
not. You know what I mean?
You win it.
Yeah, so
you can for sure.
But when you're getting, and that's one of the guys that talking with some other folks Landry Shamet was one of the guys that came up. Like if you get meaningful minutes from him, then the Knicks are going to be a problem. And, Brunson had a good game. He wasn't efficient, but he had a good game, and he had a timely game. He made plays and made shots when they really needed it. And can't say enough about Cat, man. He is just you're right. He is absolutely on a mission. And I think as much as we say, oh, they tune out the noise, this, that, and the other, they still hear it. They still get wind of it. So I think he's probably thinking, I'm going to show you guys. But it's the T's point, we talked about this too, that Dylan Harper, man, he's kind of that guy that, like the Landry Shamet, if they could get meaningful minutes out of Harper, they can be dangerous, because he had the best plus minus of anybody. So I don't know how you do it any different. He played 32 minutes, but I feel like he's got to have some more touches in order for them to really have a decent shot at this. And shout out Mikal Bridges too, because a lot of people wrote him off. And now here he comes, and he played almost the entire game. Like he played all but 1 minute and 7 seconds of that game last night, and has been very effective. So it's going to be hard for me to bet against the Knicks. I don't care where they play. I think the series is over. It's just a matter of now, how many games is it going to take to put them away?
Yeah, I think Spurs get one. I don't think it's too big of a hole to climb out of. But I don't know if you saw, we got KFC in the house.
What's up, boys?
Dude? How you doing?
Living the dream.
So
have you recovered from the Myles Garrett?
Hey, listen. All I need is 24 hours, and I can get back in. Like, if big news happens for the Browns, yeah, we're locked. Like, first 24 hours of any Browns news, just know I'm going to crash out. It's going to be like the world is ending, the sky is falling, everything's on fire. Okay? Let me sleep on it. Next day, I'm like, I could see a path to the Super Bowl, I'm back.
Okay. This is Rando with Kentucky all over again.
Yeah.
No,
except Rando doesn't crash. He just stays in planet La La Land. So.
Oh, no. See, I'm this way in the offseason. But, once it actually hits football time, then it's just like, what are we doing? What's going on here? Yeah, it's typical Browns. But
so we'll definitely talk some NFL stuff. What you watching the NBA Finals, man? What do you think so far about?
I'm a little hurt.
I imagine you gotta be cheering for the Knicks, right? Since they smacked the hell out of your Cavaliers.
Not the biggest fan of any New York team. After just being at a few games with them, they're just the worst. So I'm rooting for the Spurs. Obviously, it's not going my way right now, as most things in the sports world. But man, the Cat's been awesome. Brunson's just on one, man. Brunson's been awesome. The Knicks, and then Mike Brown, he's done a phenomenal job after 30 years of head coaching experience. It feels like he's been in the league forever. But yeah, I mean, they've got a good team. They built it right, and they've just been on a heater. So,
yeah, I've never been a big Mike Brown fan, but I'm gonna be honest, man. He has done. He's doing things right now that just haven't been done in the NBA. I mean, outside of Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, it's pretty remarkable the job that he's done with this team.
And the pressure that he's had to coach with this year, like the Knicks kind of have to win here, like because Boston's going to be back, Philly's going to be back.
Yeah,
Detroit has one more year of experience. Orlando has one more year of experience. Those are teams that are knocking on the door. The Thunder are going to be back in the West. We'll see what some other teams do. Like, this is the Knicks' window to go out there and win a championship. So he's coaching with a lot of pressure, too. And I think there was even some reports about it that, like, if he doesn't win the championship this year, like, they might just get rid of him already.
Yeah, well, a lot of people wasn't happy with them firing Thibodeau and bringing him in anyway, right? Yeah. So he wasn't exactly welcomed as a savior, or a hero returning from battle kind of thing. So he started out a little bit under the gun, but you're right, Drew. I mean, you're coaching in New York, number one, so that's automatic. Then two, just to your point, the window's very small, and I think the days of just dynasty NBA teams is probably over. We may see a small run like what looked like the Thunder were about to do. You may have that from here and there, but I highly doubt we're going to see just a consistent, 2, 3, 4 straight NBA finals anymore. There's just
and that was part of the rule changes that they've made over the last 5 years to try to eliminate. If you make a dynasty, it's pure. It's not going to be because you're what the Warriors were in the past, where they had Steph and all these guys, and then they go sign KD. Like, you can't do that anymore in the rules. And the draft is different. The free agent's different. The market now is even bigger. You don't see a whole lot of trades as much anymore like there was in the past. So did LeBron James kick Mike Brown out of Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wanted him gone. Yeah.
Well, he got fired after he left. So
was that
it was the year LeBron left.
Yeah.
They were cleaning house anyways, I think, and then LeBron left. So because it was like that team was so in the regular season, they went like 66-16, I believe. And then they lost to the Celtics. I think 09-10. And then he left. I remember crying. My 10-year-old self crying when LeBron said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach." Because like at the time, I was the biggest like NBA fan ever. Like 10-year-old me. I thought I had a chance. Like fourth grade or whatever.
You got a chance. You got a chance.
I think I still got it.
Yeah.
Like overweight. I think I can go out there and give a good, 5 fouls and 2 takes.
Just got to lock in for a couple weeks. Just lock in for a couple weeks.
Just put me in.
Just a 10-day contract, you'll be set.
That's all I need. That's all I need. You put me in, like when a guy's going on a heater, like if the Spurs sign me now, if Brunson goes on a run, they just put me in. He won't be on a run, buddy. He'll be in concussion protocol. It'll be a big spear. They'll be like, "There's Goldberg, baby."
Are the Stanley Cup finals going on right now? Are they playing or they get a day off?
No, they play tonight.
I feel like those jokers never get a day. Hockey players are freaking different, man.
You're right. They are.
I don't know.
They do a pretty good job. They do a pretty good job with Stanley Cup playoffs and NBA playoffs of fill in the gaps for each one.
We
don't have a game until Monday, right?
Yeah, game 3 is
NBA
Monday.
game.
Yeah, game 3 is on Monday.
2 days.
Yeah,
So,
Monday, then Wednesday.
Yeah,
I do got a question for you, boys.
1-0 right now.
Send it.
So with the NBA, you know how there's a lot of teams that are just like really talented. Like even your bad teams, they have a star now. Like the Washington Wizards didn't do too great. They've got like Trae Young. They've got AD. And I know they just signed the league expansion for 2 teams. What do you guys think by like 2035, like 10 years from now, 2036, about like 36 NBA teams?
I hope one's in St. Louis.
You think there's enough talent?
I think, dude, I mean, honestly, you got like, okay, look at the Spurs. They're stacked. You look at the Knicks, they're stacked. You compare it to like back in the 90s, like that's when they started expanding, is when these, like, they got like powerhouse teams. Like you look at the Bulls, they were stacked. And then you're getting like the Rockets and all these other teams. And then they started expanding, started leveling out right around, I would say like mid-2000s, it leveled out. And now it's gotten better because there's more, like the game's bigger across the world now. But I mean, just with all the European talent, college talent, like the kids are staying longer now because of NIL. So you're getting better talent coming out of college now instead of just all these rookies that are 18 years old. So like,
well, PD's for it. I will say I am for it if like you, but you have to have the right ownership, right? You have to have the people who are willing to spend the money to get like to pull some of those star talent away from where they are right now. My favorite team is a former expansion team, like Orlando Magic in the 90s. Like that's, that was my jam, right? Penny Hardaway and Shaq and freaking Tracy
Forrest
McGrady,
Grant.
Darrell Armstrong.
I mean, the teams that we put together in the early '90s, but again, like there was money in Orlando, and they wanted to pay, and the NBA giving us those number one draft picks was very nice of them. So appreciate that, even though Shaq didn't stick around. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, if they do expand that far, Kentucky's got to get a team, right? Kentucky's got to get a team. Do you? I would be curious how. I know that would be like your smaller market. I wonder. I know we would be excited. I mean, shoot, we got excited for the Louisville Kings UFL team, right? So like, we'll get excited about it. I do think that kind of takes away from like why Kentucky basketball is so great. Maybe a little bit, because like our focus is on like we don't have a pro basketball team, we don't have a pro team at all. Like so, like that's why we focus on Kentucky basketball. Now it would be sweet if we got one, but Vegas is a clear, right? That's going to happen.
Well, yeah, they already signed
Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I honestly have not paid attention. So you guys are educated. I'll let you talk about it. So Vegas and Seattle are
those two would
already
definitely get it. And then I think there's probably a case for like 10 cities in that mix. Like you said, probably Louisville. I'm guessing Louisville would get it if Kentucky had a team. St. Louis is in the mix. Like I would love St. Louis if they got a team. I've always said since the Rams left, like a basketball team would be perfect in St. Louis. And I'm not saying that they would come here, but you have Jason Tatum in the league from St. Louis. You got Bradley Beal from St. Louis. Like there is a basketball appeal. But then there's a ton of other cities as well, like that would probably get it. Maybe some up in the Northeast, some in the Southeast.
Baltimore.
I think KFC are right. I think Nashville would probably beat Lexington and Louisville if they were going to do a team in like this market over here. Nashville would be the place to go. They already have the infrastructure there.
Go ahead.
No, I like you could easily take the what's the hockey team there?
Predators.
Nashville, the Predators.
Yeah, so you could take that arena and do the thing, right? Put a basketball right in there. That would be easy. There's a lot of money in Nashville.
They host the SEC tournament, so already got the facilities. But you think about like Seattle, obviously had a team back in the day. Kansas City had a team. Look at some of the ABA. Like, where were the Kentucky Colonels in the ABA?
Louisville,
they were Louisville.
I
think it would be tough to have two that close together with the population of Nashville, Louisville.
I think Nashville would be perfect because then you would have the Kentucky people and then you'd have the Tennessee people too.
Yeah, because Middle Tennessee will support professional sports.
Yeah,
without question.
We could unite for
you
once. You'd have a basketball team to cheer for.
Yeah, and you could drop an NBA team in just about any NFL city.
Yeah.
So I think there's room, and I think I think Pete's the one brought it up about how much there's 365 or whatever D1 schools, and it doesn't have to be limited to D1. We don't claim Memphis, Pete. That's part of.
I think Memphis.
Arkansas,
Maybe Memphis will move. Maybe Memphis will be the team that just moves to Nashville because there's always been a lot of talk. Memphis doesn't. That Memphis isn't necessarily the greatest NBA city for multiple different reasons. Now, if they're obviously really good, no matter where you are, if you're good, it's going to be great. Like you see the Thunder now, like it's rocking there. But maybe they just move Memphis to Nashville.
Yeah, and then they can
There
move
should
them
be
over
more
to the
pro
East.
sports teams. There should be more pro sports teams in Nashville. Like the Titans are there. I mean, like that place is just built to host folks. Like it's a great time. I mean, it's not as big, but it's basically Vegas, right? It's country Vegas, right? And even and in the when the sun lights out, it's not even country Vegas. It's just like it's hip hop Vegas too. You go to rooftop bar and play hip hop music. Like that's just what it is in Nashville. It's just cleaner. And and they don't have these things handing out cards to take you to like some underground bar in the middle of the day. So where you might get snatched up. Hammer's favorite places to go when he goes to Vegas. T, what you think, man? Where do you want the NBA to grow?
Sonics got to come back, right?
Yeah.
The Seattle Supersonics got to come back. I was looking it up while we were talking about it. So Seattle and Vegas, as has been discussed, are the front runners. They're trying to kind of maybe get back into Canada. So looking at maybe bringing Vancouver back again, maybe a team in Montreal. And then Adam Silver has also discussed Mexico City, which would be a terrible idea. Like it would probably do well, but the travel logistics and stuff, man, that would be brutal. But they're all about trying to expand. And then the third category was other contenders. Y'all and Hammer mentioned it with Nashville and Kansas City. So I think those are all good, but do whatever you want. But the Seattle Supersonics got to come back. Like that's my one thing. I just need the Sonics back.
100%.
I'll be bummed if they do Kansas City over St. Louis, because the Kansas City teams, they're leaving Kansas City anyways. So
I think St. Louis would be good. I think they would be received very well in St. Louis. I think that would be a pretty good.
The city needs that.
So
the city needs
I guess upstate New York needs some representation with the Buffalo Braves. St. Louis would be cool, but my one must is just the Sonics. Do whatever you want from there, but just give us the Sonics back.
See, what if KD goes back?
That's a must. Oh, that would be a good, like it probably won't happen, but that would be good.
Will he still be playing then?
Wait, hear me out. KD keeps playing, takes a few years off, comes back out of retirement. Russ and Harden join him, and they go like 40 and 30 or 41 and 41 or something like that. Unction squeaks in.
I'm cool with it.
Y'all, is someone banging in the background? Do y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Some idiot is shooting fireworks in my neighborhood. You do not know how close I just came. When I turned my head, you don't know how close I just came to raising my window and telling him to stop.
I was like, what is that?
I'm just glad you weren't getting shot at. I'm like, someone's getting like.
Joshy boy, to answer your question, a new ownership group bought the Sonics while they were in Seattle, but the ownership group they're from Oklahoma City, so they wanted City and then they had some disputes over a new arena. I think they were trying to come up with any kind of excuse, and they were like, "Hey, no new arena, fine, we're going to Oklahoma City." And then they got their franchise in their city the way they wanted it.
It's kind of similar how St. Louis moved back to LA, right? Like there was the money dispute in the arena and whatnot, and they decided to the money was in LA. They got a brand new arena out there in SoFi, and so they moved.
Oh yeah. The Rams pretty much built up a mock stadium that they knew St. Louis would not approve for because it was way too expensive and way too much work. Kroenke's wife is the reason they moved to St. Louis, and I think she passed away, and so Stan Kroenke took over. The day he took over, his goal was always to get the Rams back to LA, and they drew up a mock stadium that was awesome. It would have been super cool, but he knew that St. Louis City was never going to approve that being built. So the second that it got declined, he was out to LA.
Well, and
the June 6th celebration at Hammer's house is fucking cracking me up right now.
Yeah, it's business in the front and it's party in the back here right now. Casa de Hammer. I hate that it came at St. Louis's expense, but the second largest TV market in the United States with no football was insane. So something had to happen there. And I'm like I said, I mean, I think everybody kind of embraced the St. Louis Rams and Kurt Warner and his story and all. So it really was a shame to see him leave, but at least they went back to where they started, right? So, but yeah, I hate it for you, Drew. It sucks when a team vacates the premises. especially
Yeah.
over stuff like that, because it's crazy how the owners they come up with all these ideas and then they present them. Hey, well, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to build, and this is how much money we need from you, Mr. Mayor. Well, you own the team, buddy. You figure it out. But it just doesn't work that way, and I understand. I understand the politics of it. It sucks, but Jesus.
I feel like I need to like bob and weave every time.
I know, man. I'm like
in the
need to
Matrix
duck.
right now.
Need a bulletproof vest.
Golly.
I
wish I had idiot.
We
kids
were
with
talking about
headphones.
Memphis earlier. I didn't know. I thought.
I know,
Hammer
right?
was
Yeah, I'm
south.
not. I'm not remote via satellite from Memphis. So
He's currently in Memphis
Hey,
right
St.
now.
Louis is-
yeah.
John Morant's out there. Pop, 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 pop.
St. Louis is just as bad. Good thing I'm 40 minutes away from downtown now.
Yeah.
St. Louis ain't great, man. We drove through there twice.
Yeah, it's mini
On the
Memphis.
Yeah, you
Good
take the wrong
grief.
turn on the street and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I just stopped to get gas on the drive out there, and man, it was rough.
Yeah, the
But the
weather in
barbecue's
Tehran
great.
is actually kind of nice tonight, though. It's not real humid.
Oh man! Look here, incoming.
Yeah. My
Oh, that's
dogs
tough.
are probably
That's
next
not
in their
funny.
next room losing their minds right now.
And those are tough fireworks. You got a fancy dancy mic there, so normally that stuff gets canceled out. Them things are like in your house. Those things are thumping right now.
Yeah. I mean, literally, the windows have shaken a time or two. Some of those bigger booms, the windows have rattled a little bit. So
Sounds like they've run out of ammo. They're either out or they're.
we
in
can
reload
only
mode.
hope,
They're
Brandon.
They're
reloading
in
right now.
They are Winchester or they're reloading right now.
Yeah, and to Josh's point, I am in Alabama, so there's no telling what these dumb rednecks out here are doing. So we may be sending buckets into space before it's over with tonight. I don't know.
KMC, I didn't get your answer before we move on. Did the Spurs win a game, or is this thing over in 4? And do they have any chance in hell of actually making this a series and getting to 6 or 7?
See, I'm a big game 3 guy. That's how I base a lot of it. So, like, momentum can shift. That game 3 is huge. If the Spurs can get it and change momentum, I think they could get a few. I think the Knicks have it in the bag. I hate to say it, but I think how long it's going to go depends on game 3. If they don't get game 3, clean sweep. If they can get game 3, I'm going to say Knicks in 6.
I like it.
Hey, we said
I have some weird, like, sneaky suspicion that they surprise us and the Spurs actually get game 3. 2 days of rest. There's some complacency there for the Knicks, and the Spurs get one. We see like a Wemby takeover game. I know all of us have talked about it. Dude, Dylan Harper is going to be an absolute problem in the league in the next few years. Like,
Sure is.
Him being a rookie and what he's doing, I think he shouldered Brunson and hit that like off balance floater and then like stuck his tongue out. And it like, I don't know. It's some of the inexperience. I think we have to talk about the head coach for the Spurs too. We should probably panel that all the way around because while he is very good at his job, I believe he is also showing signs of inexperience. But how you don't watch him play from the sidelines and go, he's got to touch this basketball, game-winning situation. You got to get him the ball because he's just a dog, man. Like, if you need a bucket, and the Spurs needed a bucket multiple times late in that game, he was getting it to you. What's Dylan Harper's ceiling, do you think? He's a lefty. He's shifty. He can stretch the floor. I mean, in a team that's got De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper, I'd imagine De'Aaron's on the not back end of his career, but he's a little bit older and he's dealing with injuries right now. Stephon Castle, not a true point guard. Like, I think Dylan Harper is the 1B to Wemby in the future. Or do you think it's Stephon?
Yeah, he's the future of the backcourt of the franchise. I think when you talk about ceiling, I mean, he could legitimately be a all-star star in the league. I don't know about superstar. Like, that's a unique group. You know, Wemby's obviously on his way to being a superstar. If he's not already, probably already is. But I think, yeah, his scoring ability and his athleticism and just the things that he can do with the ball, like, he's extremely gifted. It's still crazy that the fact that him and Ace Bailey couldn't make it to March Madness at Rutgers, like, that's wild to me still. But he's so talented. And it brings up the question with the Spurs, like, what do they do? Like, it's hard to evaluate Fox right now. I actually didn't hate the final play call. I wish Fox would have just taken the ball and gone because he had a step on whoever was guarding him. But that's the problem with the NBA. You always look at your A1 guy. And he could have went and got a layup potentially. Instead, he pulled back and threw it to Wemby for a fadeaway 15-footer. And it was like, dang, like, you just go get a bucket. Like, I've seen you get a step on somebody, turn the corner, and go get a bucket 100 times in your career. And for whatever reason, he just was passive there. But I don't know, like, the Fox situation in San Antonio, I mean, he wanted to go to San Antonio. You know, that's where he asked Sacramento to trade him. Obviously, he's from Texas as well. But now, like, you hit on a draft pick in Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle You also got other guards like Dylan Vassell. I know he's kind of playing like the 3 or 4 right now, but like he's really like a 2 or 3. So plans might shake that up. I mean, they might have to make a move on Fox, or they're just able to keep him because he's got a big contract as well. So it'd be interesting to see what they do, but it's also hard to really evaluate Fox because he obviously is not 100% right now.
Yeah, I agree with
PD's comments keep showing up at the top, and it's because they've been great. Like, I've been reading them, and they've been great, but I haven't caught him in time to respond to him. But they're doing that whole show up at the top instead of the bottom thing. So PD, I'm sorry, man. Some of those have been great. I would have joined in on some of those with you.
What is it? It's Pete. It's some of our best guests, PD and Vic. They got, for some reason, PD, what it is it's showing up at 09:39 a.m. or like for some reason is what it pops up as. But yeah, I've been trying to click on some of them, but same with Vic. His like time is off or it's something with our thing. But
what's it find on my end? Are you talking about Pigskin PD's comments?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all showing up, but I just found them as well.
Oh wow, he said Wemby, maybe Pippen to Harper. So here we go. That's the big one we'll talk about. I agree with your thoughts, Drew. He had a step. He should have taken it. That should have happened a lot quicker. And we've all talked about it. T put it in the group chat that we have. You get to the cup early with De'Aaron Fox or Dylan Harper, and you let Wemby come back and get the offensive rebound putback. Right? That's what you do. High off the glass, whatever you got to do, and let Wemby come back late. But obviously, that was the play call. Like, that's why I'm saying you got to talk about head coach right now, because the play call was clearly De'Aaron Fox stopped to push it back to Wemby for that shot. Not only for the shot, but for the shot with like 3-4 seconds left instead of early in the game.
They also were sitting there for 4 seconds and didn't even get into the action, so it took away the offensive rebound opportunity. And Wemby also set a half-ass screen. So really, the Knicks knew what were coming. They were going to throw it back to Wemby. Instead, Wemby needs to – that's part of the inexperience on Wemby's part too, is like set that hard screen, roll to the basket. And instead, he set a half-ass screen and like softly rolled to the elbow jumper. Like, the whole thing was messed up. Instead, like, if I was the coach – now I'm not an NBA coach, obviously, but Wemby needs to set the hard screen there and immediately go. And when Fox does make somebody stop you, you're De'Aaron Fox. You're probably still the fastest player in the NBA. Go turn the corner and go to the rim. And Wemby set a half-ass screen. Fox didn't really hit his boost off the screen. Like, he didn't really go full speed either. So the whole plan, it seemed like it was just a soft screen that they were automatically going to throw it back to Wemby. Well, then the options were short, and they didn't start attacking the basket till 6 seconds either. So because Fox was sitting there dribbling. I don't know what was going on. It was total chaos, but I'm sure they see what I'm saying on film, probably like, dang, we missed an opportunity there.
I think Wemby got a good look. I don't think it was a terrible look. So, like, I understand what you're saying. I don't necessarily disagree. But that was an incredibly makeable shot for Wemby.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the play call. Like, I think it worked, and you got a good look for your guy. But where Budenholzer was different with Milwaukee was he was willing to feed Chris Middleton in the mid post when Chris Middleton was hot. He wasn't just like, hey, Giannis, you're our best player. We're going to you no matter what. Yeah. He was like, Chris, you're on a heater. We're going to Chris. Dylan Harper was on the heater. I would have liked to have seen, like, yes, Fox is so fun to watch just even dribble because you just don't know when he's just going to, like, blow by somebody. But so Fox can do some things, but give it to the person who's on the heater. Dylan Harper had been carrying you. To me, give him the chance. Have your 7'4" alien be in the trail for a lob or an offensive rebound. That's what I would have preferred to see. But I don't want to act like Miss Johnson is just some bum. Like, he drew up a play that got a good look. It's just not the play that I, as a non-NBA coach, I didn't prefer that.
Well, it was a good look, but also, like, is a 15-footer mid-range pull-up from a 7'4" center a good look at the same? Like, it was really open.
It's a beautiful shot for him.
Yeah,
But he did that back-to-back plays. One on the left side, then one on the right. Like, one was on, like, the left wing, like, corner, right? Wemby, he called a timeout. Wemby gets the ball. He dribbles around. He takes a 18-foot jump shot. And then the second time, it was off a screen. Darren goes, and he passes back to him for an elbow 15-footer. Like, back-to-back plays. I get it. If Wemby hit the first one, you're like, he's locked in. You're 100% correct. Like, he got a good look. It almost went in, but is that the best play call in the moment? And I would say no.
Not to me. Not to me. And that's my point. I'm just saying, like, it's not like he drew up some trash.
Yeah,
like
he got him a good shot.
A good look. It's just not what I thought was an ideal play call.
Right. He got him an open shot that Wemby can hit, but unfortunately, it's probably the worst and least efficient shot in the NBA right now. Right. It's like at right now that 18-foot jump shot is like the thing that no one wants to do. If it goes in, it's perfect. They win, whatever. But I did like Kenny the Jet Smith's take on Inside the NBA. He's like, as a head coach, you want to extend the game as much as you can. You want to give your team as many chances to win as possible. And unfortunately, Mitch gave them a single chance to win. It didn't work out. And now we're talking right now, if they could get swept, instead of going 1-1 in a new series, basically going to New York, they're 0-2 and might get swept going to MSG. So it is, it was T. How much time you got? Because I want to get you in the keep cut game, but I know Hammer wants to talk about the ACC SEC challenge for college basketball.
I got about 10 minutes.
Okay, let's play the game, and then when you drop, we'll talk SEC ACC challenge. Does that sound good?
Let's do it.
All right. So
I'm glad I got people smarter than me on the panel with me.
So what we're gonna do is NBA. Yeah, I'm the smartest dude on the panel, and I'm the one giving the questions.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Listen, the fact that every single one of you made the face that you make is disrespectful. I'm going to tell you that right now. Right now. Not a single one of you were like, yeah, maybe. All y'all were like, bitch, stop. Like, that is disrespectful. And we're going to play the game regardless, but I don't like it. All right, so here we're gonna play Keep Cut Greatest NBA Champions of All Time with a caveat. We're gonna do since 2000, okay? Because I think it's very easy for the LA Lakers and the Celtics of that era where we're talking about, like in the 80s, like clearly they're going to be on the Mount Rushmore, right? And I like that. And I like that Hammer in the NASCAR one that we did last Saturday was a Mount Rushmore type. So we're going to keep 4 off a list of 10. All right. But it's going to be since 2000s. So Larry Bird, Magic Johnson,
keep 4,
Celtics.
cut 6.
Yep. So Larry Bird's Celtics, Magic Johnson's Lakers, they're not going to be on it. So you can just go and count them off. We're talking about from 2000 till present.
Okay.
And when I give you the list, I'm going to give you their top 3 best players just to kind of key you in. And I'm going to give you the year that I'm talking about. Because so like obviously, go ahead.
What if it's like like the Spurs won like 5 chips? Like
I'm going to give you the year. I'm going to give you the year.
Okay, so it's the specific year. It's not just like
I'm going to give you the I got you, dog. Okay. Even though you called me dumb just like 30 seconds ago, I got you. All right. So I'm going to start off hot. 2001 Lakers, Shaq, Kobe, Derek Fisher. Keep or cut?
That's a keep for me.
Yeah.
We'll let majority rule.
It's a keep for me. I hate Derek Fisher as the number 3, but your 1 and 2 with Shaq and Kobe, and Shaq was he averaged like 34 points a game or something.
Yeah, that's his first MVP too that year.
Yeah, I mean he was just so insanely dominant. Shaq is almost always a decision-making factor for me, so that one's a keep for me.
Yeah, and they swept the Spurs, the Tim Duncan Spurs, in the Western Conference Finals that year too to get there. So that's a legit team to be on the list.
What about
see what you say?
Oh, agree. Yeah, keep for sure. I mean, Shaq, Mr. Dunkelicious, the Diesel.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right, so we're keeping the 2001 Spurs. Yes, 100% that's a keep. You got to keep that.
No, 2001 Lakers.
I'm sorry. The next one is the 2014 Spurs. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, that's when they.
that's old Timmy D though. It's old Timmy D.
I think that's a cut for me because you're past prime Tim Duncan. And you hadn't reached prime Kawhi yet. He got MVP because of his defense against LeBron. So I'm the biggest Tim Duncan advocate out of anybody. But if we're talking like some Mount Rushmore type stuff, that particular finals team for me is a cut.
Yeah.
All right, I'll cut it. I'll cut it for the sake of not taking two off the rip.
Well, why do you think we should keep one?
I don't know. I mean, well, there's probably better Spurs teams. That
is correct.
Part of it too.
That's the answer right there.
Yeah, there's probably other.
So I will tell you I didn't duplicate teams. So I purposely kept it to where I'm not gonna give you like the 2015 Golden State Warriors and the 2017 Golden State Warriors. I'm not going to do that to you. It's just I'm going to give you one team per. So I'll give you that little caveat before you make your decision.
So no more Spurs teams then.
No more Spurs teams.
So the 03 Spurs aren't going to be on the list.
03 Spurs are very different than
very much so.
David Robinson is he on the team at that point? Yeah.
Yep.
This to me, this one is still a no though. I love Tim Duncan, but we're past prime Tim Duncan. We're pre-prime Kawhi. That one's a cut for me.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Okay, it's a cut. 2011 Mavericks. Dirk.
Nah.
Cut.
No.
He's just as unstoppable as Shaq was, but no, that's got to be a cut.
Dang.
That's why.
And I love me some Dirk.
Jason Terry, Tyson Chandler.
That's the run ever, right? Because he did the most with the least.
And beat the Heat.
Yep.
Wow, I'm surprised that was so fast to cut. But
who do you have as their top 3? Dirk, Jason Terry, and Sean Marion?
Tyson Chandler.
J Kidd. Thought he'd be up there.
There's a lot of teams I think that are better though collectively.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
You might be right.
Like,
might be
full-
right.
Full roster wise.
All right, so that was a cut. So far we just got one, the 2001 Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
2021 Bucks, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday.
Cut.
KFC want to keep him.
No,
Okay,
I,
all right,
I was
yeah.
I was thinking because like Drew Holiday that year was just insane. Like dude was
He
locking
was,
up
yes.
everybody, and then Giannis was on one.
Yeah,
and it was just such an
55
oddball year.
or
Yeah, because it
51
was
or
like
something.
yeah, and you're coming out of that COVID year, so it's like super odd. So that was just like the only thing I could think. But I mean, there are better teams.
Yeah. That was a hell of a run.
All
they
right,
had.
so since I'm gonna skip the order that I had them in, since I already have KFC in his feels. The 2016 Cavaliers, LeBron,
Yes, keep.
Kyrie, Kevin Love.
Keep it. Got to. That is the greatest finals of all time. You cannot debate me on that. 3-1 lead was blown against the unanimous MVP, the first and only one. I think it's still only.
Mhm.
And
Here-
the
so-
23-9.
Oh wait, we're keeping 4, right? Not 3.
Yeah,
4.
Okay.
Mount Rushmore style.
So I'm
And
gonna
you
tell
have
you,
Kyrie, prime Kyrie.
it's got to be one of the LeBron ones. If you want to do him, Wade, and Bosh, or him,
See, that's
Love,
the one for me,
Kyrie.
T.
Yeah. So it's got to be one of those. You got to have big 3 Celtics. The big 3 Celtics got to be there,
The
and
Warriors.
then one of the Golden
And
State
the
Warriors teams.
It's got to be
there.
the
Well, if
2017 should be
yeah.
the team, but if 15's there, that's an argument too. But
well, the
I just
18
don't,
Oh, no, they didn't win.
I
that
just
year.
don't think
So-
that's it,
so-
though, man.
So we just have to choose: is this the LeBron one that we want, the him, Kevin Love, and Kyrie, or the him, Wade, and Bosh?
I think him, Wade, and Bosh.
I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, KFC's the worst.
I'm sorry, I
KFC's
saw-
the worst.
Listen, that
KFC is
championship-
never coming on the show again, Rando.
Listen,
We have scarred him for life.
the Cavs that year to go in there and flip a switch to be down 3-1. Nobody is rooting for you. And LeBron and Kyrie flipped the switch.
No,
Those
I
are
I
two
agree,
of
but
the best
Draymond
runs.
didn't play that game. Draymond got suspended.
But
Yeah,
he
he
played in
did
game
play
6
game
and
5.
game 7.
I understand
And
that.
LeBron still dropped 40.
And I'm not
And all of
discounting the comeback and the
listen.
win. I'm not. It's just,
I'm calling
So who else we got
gotta
on that
put it
team?
away.
J.R. Smith, Amon Shumpert, Dante
Timothy
Jones,
Mozgov.
James Jones,
Mozgov.
Mozgov.
Timothy
Villanova.
Mozgov.
You had Daly. You had Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye. Channing Frye was huge in that series.
Channing Frye was huge.
Yeah.
And then, oh, you can't forget about, guess what? Mo Williams was on that team too.
Kentucky
So-
Wildcat Mo Williams.
Yeah.
KFC, you
Mo
are
Gotti.
100% correct on it being one of the best.
Oh, and Sean Conn.
performances. But I think I'm with them, and because for me, Dwayne Wade is the 3rd best shooting guard of all time. So we're talking LeBron and the number 3 shooting guard, a Hall of Fame power. Yeah, I got to go Heat. I'm sorry, man. I was trying to
See,
convince
I
myself
think
for-
with the Bosch and the K Love, I mean, I think I'm
Well,
biased though.
I think
I'll
that
admit
if
it.
you're
I am
talking-
biased.
The final accomplishment, yeah, the Cavs all day. But if we're talking the team, it's
Yeah.
the Miami Heat team.
Yeah.
yeah,
So what we
Which one,
doing?
though?
cut.
Cut.
Hurt.
Sending you a virtual hug, though,
He said
KFC.
hurt.
Virtual hug.
KFC, you're 100% right. They should have kept that one because the Miami Heat lost to the Spurs.
Yeah.
And the
The
Mavs.
Cavs beat the greatest dynasty, like was getting ready to be the greatest dynasty of all time.
See,
I don't
if
get to play.
Draymond's pussy doesn't get hurt, bro. I mean, the Cavs are going back to back. I mean, the 17 team was better than the 16 team.
But hey, listen, they cut it, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
hurt. Received.
Sorry about it.
Broken
Sorry about
hearted.
it. 2008 Celtics, Garnett, Paul Pierce,
That's a-
Ray
that's a
Allen.
keep.
I know what's going to
That's a
happen.
keep for
That's
me.
a good one.
That's-
Keep, and I'll fight you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Heat.
That's
It's 100% a keep. Yeah, you got to keep that one.
They were nasty.
We only got 2 on the list right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too. Because we
We
know
got
what
the
we're doing.
2001 Lakers,
Yeah.
and we got the 2008 Celtics.
Yep.
Next up,
Give us the Warriors and the Heat.
Yep.
the 2013 Heat: LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Keep.
Yeah,
And I
that's-
am not a LeBron fan. That's a keep.
We mastered this one, boys. Hey,
Yeah.
we got him shook. We got him shook.
I just can't believe it. So next, you got the 2023 Denver Nuggets.
Nope. Cut.
Joker, Jamal,
Cut.
Aaron Gordon.
Cut.
No.
There's one wrench in here that might throw me off. One wrench.
And it's coming right now. The 2004 Pistons. Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton.
No.
And Chauncey was like my favorite player in the league at the time, but no, cut.
You don't have a discussion about that team, what they beat to win the championship.
We're not talking accomplishment though. We're talking team construct, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah.
But you got the team construct and who they beat to win the championship. It has to be considered. No,
they didn't have one All-Star on the team. So accomplishment, yes. Team construct, balance.
I just said best teams all to what to get it done. Y'all,
they're not one of the best teams. Like,
y'all know how to play this game. Y'all pissing me off.
no, you're just mad.
Y'all really pissing me off. The 2017 Warriors: Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond.
That's it.
That's probably number one.
Yes, that is got to be.
Yeah. You ain't gonna
Y'all
find
y'all had a good Mount Rushmore, except for the fact
wasn't Boogie on that team too, but he got hurt.
He was on the 18.
is that he's the 18 team. Yeah. He rolled his quad, man. If I think he would have done something for that team if he hadn't tore his quad up.
Yeah.
People forget about the prime DeMarcus Cousins. That dude, he had a chance to be an all-time great, but he could not stay healthy.
My only concern was you hitting me with the David Robinson, Tim Duncan Spurs. That was.
But I promise you, I wouldn't repeat teams. I thought about it because you could talk about Clay and Draymond and Steph winning it before Kevin got on the team. That was a great team, But I didn't want to do a duplicate same team, so I just took the best 10, from a certain year with the best squad. But the 2004 Pistons and the 2011 Mavericks getting disrespected the way you did, that has me feeling a certain way.
It wasn't disrespect to him. It's just I'm pretty sure we all had an idea of, okay, who are the four best finals teams in that era. And there were some that just immediately came to mind that you just can't dispute, 2015, 2017, either one of those Warriors teams would have been a keep, but 17 was definitely the better of the two.
I think we nailed the three with the Lakers team, with the Celtics team, and then the Warriors, and then it was trying to figure out
which LeBron
team.
Yeah, it was which LeBron team were we going to get? Yeah, because you can make an argument for the 2000 Lakers team being one of the all-time great rosters too. So it kind of helped us by saying I'm not going to repeat teams, because that immediately said, okay, well, we don't have to worry about any of the other Lakers teams. Oh, we don't have to worry about any of the other Heat team. I mean, just whatever, you know what I mean? So that almost helped us.
I was that nice teacher giving you a little cheat code to the test. I shouldn't have done it.
If we had gotten 02 or 03 Spurs, whatever year that was, do they bump anybody? Because to me, that team is one of them ones. But the four that we chose are all them ones also. I don't know if they bump anybody, but they would give me the
maybe.
Who did they beat?
I don't think they would have bumped anybody for me, and that's tough to say with because you had Duncan, you had the Admiral, you had Tony Parker,
Sean Elliott,
Manu Ginobili. Wow,
maybe they'd be 2 to 5.
Who did they beat? I can't remember who they took on in that 03 finals. I'm trying to see who they
was
beat.
it. The Nets?
It was the Knicks, but we got the timing wrong. It was 99, so they don't with the David Robinson ones.
Oh,
so the 03 Spurs or whatever.
That was young Timmy.
Well, Tim came in 96. So
he played forever.
Yeah, 2003 was the Nets.
The Nets.
I thought it was.
The Nets.
It
Yeah,
was
New
the
Jersey
Nets.
Nets.
Yeah.
So and then that's where you go accomplishment.
Was Kidd on that team? Was Jason Kidd on the Nets on that team?
That was the Nets that went to the finals twice in a row. They lost to the Lakers and they lost to the Spurs.
Correct.
So they were really good, but accomplishment wise, then that pales in comparison to like the Pistons and the Mavericks and all that. So I guess they don't bump anybody, but I think so highly of Tim Duncan, man.
I
Honestly, if this was going to be the perfect Mount Rushmore, I shouldn't have even included a team with LeBron on it. So that's my fault.
We nailed that one though. We smoked him on that. He did not like that.
Crushed it.
I liked it just fine. I just, I figured I think you just disrespected some folks, but it's all right.
All right, gents. I appreciate y'all. I got to run.
Yeah, man.
CT.
Enjoy the family.
Yep.
You leaving me to fend for myself. I see how it is.
Well, the good news is we don't have anything to like really go back and forth about.
Yeah, I was here with you for the Milan talk.
That's right. So I appreciate that.
And just so y'all know, I already told Hammer. I texted. I was like, I'm not talking about Milan no more. Like, I had my little 2 days of going back and forth with all the Kentucky people. That's it for me until season time.
Yeah, and you got to talk about it a lot when he starts dotting that Tennessee eye for sure.
We can talk about it when it comes.
We're going to.
All right, boys. Y'all be good.
Yeah.
Be safe
you
out
hated
there.
Colin Chandler. Wait till Milan fucking gets a hold of you. Anyways, let me not do this too. I'm gonna remove them. Last time we had someone hang out, they started hollering around and some weird stuff happened.
Well, I think the Iraqis surrendered, so the bombing stopped.
That's good.
Or they got Bin Laden, one of the two. I'm not sure what happened, but
AB might be coming home soon. Then
yes, please.
All right, so let's talk about the SEC ACC Challenge. The schedule has been released. I think we got some good games. I think we got some misses by the NCAA and men's college basketball. But Hammer, take it away. Talk about the challenge. What you think about what the games so far?
Well, let's address the first and foremost. How in the world, with supposedly brilliant people and scheduling and all this stuff, how in the hell do we not have LSU NC State matched up?
Huge miss.
That would have been absolute cinema. You could have sold tickets in movie theaters for that game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that they screwed that up. So instead, LSU is going to play Wake Forest, and NC State is going to play South Carolina. Whoopee.
Nobody's watching those two games.
Absolutely not. Nobody cares about either of those two games. I think a couple of really good matchups, though. I think we have Alabama has to travel to Miami, which I think could potentially be a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Duke goes down to the Gonorrhea Bowl in Gainesville to play the Gators, who
rematch from last year.
Yep, and very likely could be the number one team preseason. So that should be a top 5 matchup, I would think, at worst case scenario. Arkansas going to Chapel Hill to play the Tar Heels. Could be a little trap there for Cal and company.
We'll see what Mike Malone is doing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how that plays out because that game is early. That's December 1st.
Yeah.
So there won't be a lot of –
like a month in?
Yeah, won't be a lot of time to work out kinks. So that will be a very telling sign of what I think we pretty much know what Arkansas is going to look like. It'll really give us an idea how the Michael Malone experiment's going to go in Chapel Hill. A little closer to home, we have Kentucky travels to Charlottesville to take on Virginia.
I got to get to that game.
You have to be
2-hour drive, man.
Yeah, I mean, if we need to set up like a GoFundMe or something to help, help make that happen, we will do that. But yeah, you got to be there for that, man.
As long as I don't got anything crazy going on this daggum school, man, I'm going to drive my tail up there and just be an absolute nuisance for that squad.
Yeah, need to be. And then of course, Florida State will travel to Thompson-Boling and take on the Fighting Rick Barnes, the Tennessee Vols. And I in case you haven't seen it, be sure to hop over on my Twitter feed. I did a little community service out of kindness and gave Florida State folks the directions on how to get there. Simplify it for them a little bit. Something they can understand. But the rest of the rundown, you got Auburn at Clemson. You got Boston College at Georgia. Texas will travel to Louisville. So I guess I probably should have called that out for our hometown.
That's going to be a great game.
Folks here, which could very well be a good game. That could be
Texas,
kind of a
Texas
low,
ain't getting talked about a whole lot, but they're going to be nasty.
Yeah, they're not being talked about very much, and very well expect both those teams to be ranked. Pitt will go to Missouri.
To your point, Texas is projected to be the number 9 seed right now, with Louisville to be the number 13 seed.
Yeah. And potentially by that point, could we possibly see a top 10 matchup? So from that standpoint, that could be a really, kind of good low-key game that you're right, Drew. Nobody's really talking about that. So all the attention and convo around that matchup would certainly be Louisville based on transfer portal rankings and things like that. But we'll see. Pitt, unfortunately, drew the short straw, and they've got to go to that shithole Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, you ain't wrong with that.
Syracuse will play at Oklahoma. Ole Miss will travel to Blacksburg, take on Virginia Tech. Georgia Tech gets to go to that dump down there in Starkville. Peabody will travel to the Golden Dome, take on Vic's Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Though he's not as much a basketball fan, so I probably shouldn't put that off on him. And then Stanford brings that damn tree to the Goobs down in College Station. So when we went through a list of ACC versus SEC teams, guys, did you ever think we would be talking about Stanford and Boston College?
And
No,
Cal.
I mean, it's the ACC is so jacked up. It's not even funny. The Stanford Texas A&M doesn't make any sense.
No, makes no sense. They should have had Peabody and Stanford played.
Even Syracuse, Oklahoma, looks funny when you talk about ACC,
Yeah.
SEC challenge. I don't know. There's some very good matchups here. I think Auburn, Clemson will be a sneaky good game. Both of them, they're not great teams, but I do think the talent's there to make that one close.
Yeah,
I hope Duke and Florida is as good as it's going to be advertised, right? That's going to be. I think that's the big game that they're going to really pump up hard, right? Because they're both going to be top 5 seeds, hopefully by that point of the season. If you're ESPN, that you're getting that. That's probably the marquee matchup.
Yeah, it is. And you've got 11 games on that Tuesday, December 1st. That is a lot of games. So we're going to have –
that's another thing I was going to say is the scheduling thing is just weird, right?
Yeah,
but
why they couldn't have drugged that out for over the course of a few 3 or 4 days instead of trying to cram them all in one and still even 5 games on Wednesday, you're going to have some simultaneous, matchups. And so –
Well, I think a lot of that is because we know from the SEC, it's mostly Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Saturdays. And the ACC, they're a little different. I think they usually – about the same schedule. So I think they try to keep it pretty even. But yeah, if they should make it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday event and break them into 3. So and then have 1 marquee or 2 marquee games a night, because there's about 6 really good matchups. They could have 7 Eastern.
Why not make this a tournament?
That's what I was just about to say.
Everything else is a tournament. Why not make it a tournament?
We're going to do this. Why don't we have a neutral site? Get everybody in one central location. Thank you, Stanford and Boston College, for making that difficult. And then just have a 2 or 3 day, tournament. Because if you're going to play these on campuses, you don't have to limit it to 2 days. You got a whole week.
Well, it's because there's 32 or 34 teams combined between the 2 conferences. ACC has 18, the SEC has 16, right? Or the ACC has 19 because of Notre Dame.
So are you talking about like the difference in numbers between the two make it weird?
Yeah. Also, it'd be way too many teams to have a little tournament.
Yeah, we'll leave the weirdos like Stanford out. Stanford and Cal just stay on the West Coast. Who cares? We don't need you anyways.
We can't pay for your flight gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Stanford,
good point.
stay home.
The difference
Boston College, stay home. Mizzou.
Are all these games going to be on ESPN, or does ESPN going to subsidize, or do they have to share with the CW? Because that's the other thing that
they're
ACC is just so jacked up is the fact that you play on the CW. Like no one's watching that junk. Like the people who are looking for Dawson's Creek are going to like be like, oh, basketball, this sucks. I'm turning it off. Like what are we doing playing basketball on the CW?
Yeah. They'll be middle-aged divorcees just pissed as hell because they can't watch, their teen soap opera deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to watch Love Island, but don't want to play for Netflix. I'm trying to see the on day 3 on CW and freaking no, I'm watching basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some bad overlap because all these games, if you look, all these games are Central and East. There's no games on West Coast. There's no there's only a handful even in Central time zone. So the majority of these games are going to be East. So they're going to be a ton of overlap.
Ole Miss, Virginia Tech's probably going to be on ESPN Plus, right? Syracuse, Oklahoma probably going to be on, you're going to have to watch these games through the app.
Yeah,
Tennessee,
you're not wrong.
Tennessee, Florida State, that's not going to be a great game. Like you're going to smack Florida State. The NCAA gifted you a home win there. But because it's Tennessee, it's going to be on ESPN, SEC Network, ESPN2, right, whatever. But some of these other games, hell, depending on how it goes, Wake Forest, LSU could be on the app and not on actual the linear TV,
Yeah, I mean, based on these matchups, if I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, well, BC, Georgia, that's not going to be great. I hate Missouri. I hate that Missouri exists. No offense, Drew. I'm talking about the college, not the state. I don't know that Missouri Pitt's going to be that appealing, and certainly
Pitt's horrendous.
Yeah, and certainly I don't know that Stanford A&M. I guess they've got pretty good basketball following on both. I'm not sure, but there's a handful of these games, man, and I'm like, God, how are they even going to get on? Like NC State, South Carolina. Who's going to watch that? Unless you're a fan of these schools, ain't nobody watching that.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Lizzo clear out a buffet than watch these teams play.
Hey, that'd be kind of interesting, though. I'd watch that.
Yeah, I can't believe I've said that the whole time. Like, how in the world
that's why this challenge doesn't make very much sense. The SEC Big 12 challenge made a lot of sense. This one really doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know what the
absolutely
conflict we have with it either, but this they should have never got rid of the Big 12. And then we haven't even seen the matchups yet. Kentucky's matchup has been Clemson and North Carolina. Like, why haven't Kentucky and Duke played yet? Like, they had a golden opportunity where they could have had a 3-year stretch that Kentucky and Duke played every year because we obviously played in the Champions Classic as well. They haven't played yet. They could have done a home and home, one at Rupp, one at Cameron Indoor, and then the year before, it'd be in the Champions Classic too. That's massive for TV. You can sell the absolute shit out of that, and makes no sense.
Yeah,
I think we did it with Indiana though. Is we decided to go in bed with Indiana on that home and home, and then next year's in Lucas Oil, right?
Well, but it wouldn't be a scheduled home and home from Kentucky. It would be the conferences aligning that, and them just having a sort of spoken agreement of hey, we're gonna match Kentucky and Duke up 2 years in a row, one at Rupp, one at Cameron, and then it wouldn't be like the typical home and home. We would still have that with Indiana and stuff, but it would be instead of us going to Virginia, that game doesn't really make a whole lot of sense either. But both kind of in the lower upper tier of the conferences. Instead, like, why is Kentucky and Duke not playing? Now, I get the Duke and Florida, they played last year, just like that. Duke and Florida, they're going to play back-to-back years, home and home. Like, I don't know why they don't do that with Kentucky and Duke.
Yeah. Josh, I've been trying to trade Mizzou for years. I've offered, like, washing machines, ham sandwiches, a bag of chips, stale crackers, microwave, working, not working. I mean, I literally would take anything to get rid of them. So I don't understand at all why they're even here.
Is this real? Who do we?
Yeah. Lost at
Clemson.
Lost to North Carolina at home last year.
That's right. But it was the CBS Sports Classic we beat Duke.
No, Champions Classic.
Okay.
Yeah, Sports Classic last year. That's when we played St. John's.
Michigan State.
No,
what was Michigan State?
That was Champions Classic last year. Duke was 2 years ago in a Champions.
Too many of these damn names. Too many classic names. Same. But yeah, I think I agree with you, Hammer. I think Arkansas, North Carolina is going to be a sneaky good game. Cal versus Malone. We'll see how Malone's basically Euro team is going to go. Alabama, Miami. I think that's going to be a sneaky good game.
Yeah, it should be.
We know what Nate Oates is.
BG time.
Kentucky fan. Yeah. We'll see. But going to Miami, that place should be rocking. And then, if they are both ranked like they're projected, Virginia projected to be the 14 seed, UK the 17 seed. That's going to be a game which I imagine Virginia Cavaliers show up to, right? I imagine they sell out that. It's going to be a T-shirt game for Virginia for sure. So we're going to have to be tough. And I do think Texas is going to be very good. They're being slept on right now going to Louisville. Louisville's not going to sell at their arena because they don't do it unless Kentucky's playing. So Texas will be able to get in the building and would love for Texas to smack Louisville around.
That big man matchup in that game will be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Boca-Titus versus Flory.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Boca-Titus is your stale white guy versus Flory, who's like your super athletic, undersized
Greek athlete
guy. Yeah. Tan guy.
Yeah.
He's not on the show, so I just had to be careful.
I don't know. I don't have the same hate for Louisville that y'all do.
Because you just smack them around every time you play them.
Plus, we don't usually have any trouble beating them. So I get it. But, man, I don't want Texas to be good or win anything. I'm sorry. I got to side with my brother, AB, on this one.
Gross. I mean, that's fair. I appreciate you doing that, but I won't ever do it.
I mean, that's understandable. I get it.
Yeah. I want him to be happy in life, except for his sports.
Yeah,
takes,
except for his sports. Yeah, his college sports world. I get
miserable every single day. I'm completely okay with that.
I got a good friend, big Texas fan, Chris Branson is his name. He's actually got a show too. I'm going to have him on. I'll get a little closer to football season. Big Texas guy, and I love him to death, but I just can't. I can't get on that side of the tracks with him. They're on my all-time. That was before they even joined the SEC. They were on my all-time. I don't care if you ever win anything again list. So,
KFC, you got any early thoughts on Kentucky, Virginia?
I just hope our team's good. I have no hope for this season, man. Like,
no,
I get it. We got dude. Give me football. They have to prove it to me this year. After last year, I don't care about anything anybody says in this offseason.
He still heard about the Cavs not making the list too, Rando. You got to understand.
That hurts.
Tennessee is still a little vulnerable.
No, that's on this side of the heart, and then on this side of the heart's where the Kentucky stuff hurts.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Cleveland anything fan, you do have to separate it. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, like, Will Stein's got me hopped. I'm not expecting like a playoff run or anything. Just give me some fun football to watch. Give me something to root for like next year. But Mark Pope, like the standard's just different in Kentucky basketball. And like last year, you're preaching number 9, baby, number 9. You go out there and lay a goose egg. I'm not giving you everything I have at the beginning of the year. You've got to earn it. I know I'm
That's
just a guy
fair.
talking into a mic, and my opinions do not matter. But my one view,
They matter to us
every
in this
other
show.
game.
Happy Hour Saturday, they matter.
And
Well,
it
thank you.
gives gives us non-Kentucky people hope that there's actually reasonable people and fans within the
Listen,
circumference of BBN.
when
I know
we
who you're
get about
talking about,
October,
Hammer.
What?
I know who you're talking about
What do
when
you-
you say those things.
Who? What? I'm
You don't have to say my name. I know you're talking about me.
okay. So we started the show with it's all about me with Country Roads, and then I just make a simple statement that KFC is a reasonable,
So now you're calling me simple. You called me
Rational.
dumb earlier. Now you're calling me simple.
and now you're making and I'm making this about you now.
well, you may think I'm like kind of reasonable now, but like that first 3 that we hit versus Union College in game 1 of the year, I'm going to be talking number 9 because I'm such an emotional guy. Like, dude, we could go out there and beat a middle school, and I'd be like, buddy, we've got championship aspirations. Okay.
Listen,
That's
and
just
we
how
do.
I am.
Let me. I'm gonna tell you right now. Year 1, Pope comes in here. No one likes him, right? Until the press conference, then we kind of bought in, but no one liked the hire. He builds a team in 6 weeks. We're not really sure about it. We're getting smacked around by Duke. We win that game. We get smacked around by Gonzaga. We win that game. We sweep Tennessee. We lose to Arkansas, unfortunately, but then we win more tournament games than we have done that year than we had done in like the previous 5. And then everybody thinks Pope is the dude. We get this roster and it underperforms because of injuries and other things. It was mismatched at times, and we thought it was well constructed, but it really wasn't when we didn't have the pieces to play. And now everybody's doubting Pope, right? You know that reverse card meme, the Uno reverse card meme? That's what Pope's playing right now, right? So y'all thought I was the guy last year and it didn't play well, and you think I suck this year. We're going to hit that Uno reverse right now. And the team with Zoom and Wilkins and Milan now and Cam and Bray and Frank and Moreno and French Kevin Durant, shout out Usman, and Mason, and who am I missing? Jerome. Like this team is gonna Zion, the next one. Come on, man. Like I think everybody's sleeping on this team, and I'm okay with that. Like stack the chips, man. I think last year we were a little too big headed. I love Otega Owe, right? But it took him a little bit time to get out of the gates because of the toe thing. And I think we won a lot of good games. We lost a lot of bad games. I think this is the year, right? This is the make or break year for Pope. I personally am choosing to believe he's that dude, right? I think he's the G on the beach, holding the king over Jax, sipping his, I'm assuming mocktail because he's Mormon. I don't know. Can they drink alcohol? I don't think so, unless he's just like halftime Mormon. But, I think he's a dude. I think he's a G, man. I think he's going to prove some of us right and others wrong.
See, I'm just like that skittish, that girl that's always just scared. Just scared to hit the dating scene because they had a bad experience, Like I'm just a little skittish right now. Like
That's fair.
You gotta talk a good game to me to get me to buy in. Win a few.
I like it.
And I'm still heartbroken for Miles. But anyways, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Y'all heard it, Infinity Decanter? No? So it's like when you have one of these things and like the last little bit of bourbon in your bottle, you just pour into it and like you just never let it go. So it's like your own little mix. Someone told me about this a few years ago. It's delicious. But I got to bleed through it before I move because I can't take it with me. So we'll have to start over in Virginia. But this thing is tasty. What else we got to talk about?
Well, you'd mentioned we may talk some NFL since we have resident Browns fan, which I've got a couple of questions with a legit Browns fan.
Okay.
On the show.
Let 'em rip.
So I was it Wednesday we talked about this?
The Browns and Myles Garrett. It was, yes,
with Myles Garrett, that whole deal, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess first, like, kind of what's your take on that, and with Jared Verse and that draft pick or package that they got, like, how do you feel about it? Because I know Myles Garrett was revered and loved by the fan base. So how does that set with you, KFC?
So that morning, it was actually while I was asleep. One of my buddies who lives in Cleveland, he had texted me and he was like, Myles is getting traded to the Rams. And I'm like, what? Because, like, there's not been anything remotely close to like a trade request. Like, it's just kind of typical. Myles just didn't show up to OTAs. He's been doing it for like 4 or 5 years now. And he texted me this. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, right, whatever. He's like, no, dude. Like, when I woke up and started texting him, he's like, no, dude, like, for real, he's gone. And I was like, okay, whatever. You start seeing it on Twitter. And then about 1 o'clock hits the fan. We've traded him for picks and Jared Verse. And I'm like, it's like, what are we doing? Like, you know, it's like the first instinct when you have this guy who's been there for 9 years and that just dumpster fire organizations just stabbing you in the heart every Sunday, 17 weeks a year. And this is the only guy that, like, feels like he shows up, him and Denzel Ward. And it's like, you know, you just ship him out. And then I sleep on it. I kind of get, you know, come back to it a little bit after crashing out. I feel like the Rams won the trade, but the Browns didn't lose it, if that makes sense, because Jared Verse, 25 years old, gets to the quarterback. It might not end up in a sack, but he's getting pressure like crazy. And you sit him inside, and, like, everybody wants to talk about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's just, like, awesome. He is. I think he's, like, probably, if he's not the greatest edge, he's top 2. And the Browns' defensive line is solid. Like, you got Mason Graham, Malik Collins, and on the other side, Alex Wright, super underrated, and Isaiah McGuire. I think them 2 guys will ball out this year because you don't have all the attention on Myles.
That's right.
But I think throwing a guy in there that's 25 years old, put him in there. You look at all the pieces that the Browns have right now. You got Carson Schlesinger, just won Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. Dude is insane. And you put him on that defense. Like, I'm just so hot, man. Like, we got so many young studs on the team right now. And it's the first time I feel like the Browns are actually in a good direction, because now you've got Jared Verse, 25, has technically 3 years on his contract before you actually have to give him a huge extension. And then same with, like, Mason Graham, young stud, Carson Schlesinger, and then Grant Delpit. He's still in that kind of young vet age.
Youngish, yeah.
Yeah. And then we got the kid out of Toledo. I always struggle remembering the order of his name, but the safety out of Toledo. Loved that pick. Thought we got a steal there.
Yeah, he's a stud.
And if we can just get a good quarterback, which I think a lot of
the most important position is you got, like, a metric shit ton of them in the quarterback room. You just don't know who's going to sling the ball for you.
Who's your pick to be week 1 quarterback? It was your
He's a big Deshaun Watson guy. He's a stiff towel. He loves
he's my
towels.
Quarterback. No, no, like, he's going to win the job starting the year. I don't think he ends the year with the job, but I think with this trade, if you go look at all the picks that the Browns have over the next 3 years, we've got a lot of them. And then the 2027 draft, it's set up to be a quarterback draft. We'll see how it pans out, because last year was supposed to be a quarterback draft too. But I know that the Haslams are in love with Arch Manning. I don't know if I'm sold on him yet or not, but I think that's the direction they're wanting to go, whether Deshaun or Shador go out there and ball out. So
we talked about it on Wednesday. We thought y'all were, especially with the draft picks, y'all were a like sleeper, not even a sleeper, really like primed to take Sorsby when he goes into the supplemental draft because he ain't playing college ball anymore.
See,
I think that would be a smart pick for you to waste a second, probably third round pick on him to bring him in and see if he's really the guy.
See, I think that AB is a big guy on taking guys that have like a little bit of a problem. Like he just has a history. Like if you have a knock on you, he doesn't care to give you a chance. And the Sorsby stuff's a little different than everybody else's. I mean, in the eyes of the NFL, it's probably the worst thing you could do because it's money and all the gambling and stuff. But I would love it. His attitude, dude, is meant to be in a Midwest, like some facet of a Midwest football team in the NFL. He's got an arm. It just depends if they'll actually let him play football or not. Because I think that's one of the things. It's like they could put the hammer down.
He's got no restrictions in the NFL right now, right? Like it's all college ball. He didn't gamble in NFL games.
But there's still that gambling baggage that he has. Like the NFL might be like, you're not playing either until like a full investigation and courts and stuff are done. No, the Browns already have 4 quarterbacks on the roster. Like
dollar deal's out. I mean, Jared Verse walked in there, grabbed that jersey off his back. He said, "This is mine, buddy," and put him in the trash can. Just shut the lid.
You're doing Gabriel disrespect, man.
Hey, dude, get that midget off the team. Let's be real.
He in NFL.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah, trade him for a toaster or something.
Yeah, bro. I don't even. They would send a receipt with it for money back.
Yeah. But no, you can drive drunk. You can have a substance abuse issue. You can beat women. You can murder.
Touch them.
Just don't bet on games. Anything else, we'll slap you on the wrist, send you through a little program or whatever. But if you bet on games, you're banned for life. So, yeah, it may be a little different with that. And I know, you got a laundry list of quarterbacks, but I proposed last show Wednesday that Cleveland pick the worst quarterback on the roster and run him out there, play him as long as the offensive line will physically allow him to step foot on the field, and go get that number 1 pick. Because this is I don't know that it's an elite quarterback class like we have seen year before last, but it is a whale better than this past year's because you've got a pretty good list of college quarterbacks, and I know that doesn't always translate over to the NFL, but a lot better selections to come. And I guess it's reasonable at this point to assume, if things go as we expect, that Arch will be most likely the number 1 prospect. And you get a quarterback that you can build around, because I think the Browns roster actually is pretty good on both sides of the ball. A lot of young talent, some good skill position players, very good defense. It's not just Myles Garrett. That defense is stingy, and they don't exactly play in a world beater division. And I'm sorry, Bengals fans, your defense is terrible, and I'm just not sold on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. So I'm not sitting here saying that the Browns can win the division. I think they should do the opposite. I think they should do everything they can do to not win and go get that quarterback. But then going forward, I think you guys could possibly, because Derrick Henry's getting older, Lamar's getting a little older. The Bengals are screwed for the foreseeable future because they've got all the money tied up in 3 dudes. Mm-hmm. And Pittsburgh's about to go into the wilderness because Aaron Rodgers this is it. And they have no plan. They have 0 plan B for quarterback. Otherwise, Rodgers wouldn't have been back.
Drew Aller, baby.
They got Drew Aller and Will Howard back there getting ready to sling that thing.
We haven't seen it yet. I think Will Howard, he's talented, but we haven't seen it yet. We don't really know.
I'm not hating on him just because he's an Ohio State kid or anything, but we haven't seen anything, right? And Rodgers isn't going to succeed snaps to either one of them. So Pittsburgh's about to go into a situation, unless Rodgers gets hurt, which is, he's 107 years old, so it's very possible. But unless he gets hurt, there's not going to be another quarterback under center in Pittsburgh this year. Mm-hmm. So they're basically going to go into next season with the biggest question mark of probably anybody in the NFL at quarterback. So, I think Cleveland's in a good spot, even though they're probably going to win 3 or 4 games and be in the hunt for the first pick. It's just because of that one position.
See, here's what's going to happen. This is just typical Browns fashion, though. Okay, we all know the Browns need a quarterback. Deshaun Watson is off the books next year. He's gone. We don't have to see him. Baltimore is no longer here. Okay. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to go out there and they're going to win about 7 to 10 games, just enough to put us in a spot we can't pick one of the elite quarterbacks, because it's just how it happens. It's just what happens. Like, it's the year. If they can screw themselves, they will. It's like last year. All they had to do was lose 2 games that we didn't even have to win, and we could add Fernando Mendoza. I don't know how I would have felt about it, but you would have had some sort of a future there. Okay.
And but if you win 10 games, that means Shedeur or Deshaun actually stepped up, right? So would you really be bummed out about it? Or do you think that just like flash in the pan, they can't sustain?
If I have to watch Deshaun Cosby play another year of football, I don't care if the dude goes 40 touchdowns, no incomplete passes the rest of the year. If I have to see him on the field again after this season, I'm gonna drive up to where they're building the new stadium, and I'm taking a big Duke right in the middle of it.
Because the problem is, too, if he does, they'll probably feel like they're obligated to give him a nice, decent contract again, which they probably do not want to do. But if he wins 10 games, they might feel like, oh, okay, old Deshaun Watson's coming back.
You got options.
That
KFC.
dude has not played meaningful football in – he hasn't played meaningful football since he left Houston.
Yeah.
Even before that. Like, he sat out that whole year before he got traded because of the stuff.
That one throw where he got kicked in the face for a touchdown was pretty sweet, though.
Yeah, I mean, that Deshaun Watson, yeah, I would be all about it if I were a Browns fan. Not what they've got now.
See, 2023, the year we went to the playoffs with Joe Flacco, the last game he played versus the Baltimore Ravens, that second half, that is the best version of Deshaun Watson I've seen. Went perfect the second half. Like, we come back. I think we were down like 28 to 10 or something like that. We come back. We went 31 to 28. Maybe even 30 to – I don't remember how it was. But we went on a last-second field goal. Deshaun goes out there and just balls out. Like, that's the best Deshaun. And I was like, man, we finally got him. We finally got him. Next day, they're like, Deshaun Watson's out for the year. And I'm like, well. But we finally got Joey Flack off the couch. We went on a run, baby.
Yeah, how can you not love Joe Flacco, man? That was just what a story.
The fact that dude's still in the league is crazy.
Yeah, and playing at that level.
Deshaun Watson
is Rodgers' 41-year-old level. He's playing Joe Flacco at 41-year-old level.
Just slinging that thing. Oh, look at that.
No way. No way.
Nice. Joey Flack. Footsteps Flacco, man. That's dope.
Listen, Joey Flack holds a special place in my heart. It don't matter. All that Baltimore Ravens sin got washed away in the lake of Lake Erie. Okay. So he's all good in my books, even though he's a Bengal.
But my favorite Joe Flacco play, the first plays with the Cleveland Browns off the bench. He takes a 5-step drop and slings that thing 60 yards. No one was there. No one was there. He just let everybody know he still got it. Like, he hucks this thing down the field. Ain't a single person anywhere near it. He just let everybody in the crowd know, I still got it, homie. Like, I can still sling that thing.
Yeah, you better start creeping up the line on me now.
just hucking that thing. And the Deshaun Watson, Tiger Woods dilemma of when you take yourself out of that environment and start sucking at sports has to be studied. And you know what? For us sports fans, maybe just let them stay in that space. You know, just maybe just let them do what they're doing, because they were good at it. And then all of a sudden, except for the non-consensual stuff, right? Let's not. Yeah, we're not condoning that. But. All right. What else? What other NFL news we got? We talked a lot on Wednesday, but before we wrap this thing up, any new news that came out? I know Dan Campbell in his press conference when he was asked about Donald potentially coming back and them getting Myles Garrett, he was just like, I guess they basically won this thing, right? Like Dan Campbell fashion, just basically telling the reporters to F off, which I love him. And I think they're a sleeper in their division. There's a lot of Kyler Murray in Minnesota talk. You don't think Detroit is going to be able to beat Minnesota or the Bears?
I think their window closed last year.
I think they needed the chip, man. I think they needed the Dan Campbell chip to stack up, and they come surprise folks. I really do.
I think they missed their window.
I think they'll still be.
Dan Campbell gets fired.
Ooh, no, they
I think
can't.
not this year.
I don't know about fired this year, but
I think he's gone.
When he wins 9 games this year, maybe 10, they'll start to be a little bit of rumblings.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I have no love whatsoever for, well, really anybody in that division. Let's just be honest. But, I mean, Kyler Murray could very well be the sleeper this year because Kevin O'Connell, man,
he has
what he did with
quarterbacks,
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he has a way with quarterbacks, and he's never had one that has the ability.
Not that kind of mobility.
Right?
Yeah, not that kind of mobility. And we saw how bad Sam Darnold was prior to. Gets with KOC, and he is a different cat now. So that could be one to watch. And then I don't know. The Bears, and I was not a fan of Caleb Williams in college. I'm not hating on him. I just don't like. So I'm not a fan. Okay. But he's only going to get better. Mm-hmm. And then the Packers are still the Packers. So Detroit could end up 4th in that division this year.
Yeah.
And that's not going to set well with Detroit fans after they were a play or two away from going to the Super Bowl a couple years ago to winning 9-10 games and being in 4th place.
So how healthy Micah Parsons is after the knee injury, I think, is important. He's going to miss 5 games probably. He maybe come in on that 5th game against Chicago. So, but the Packers' schedule early on is pretty easy, so they should still win those games. Yep. They still should win those games without him. Kevin Love, not Kevin Love.
They'd be real trouble if Kevin Love was their quarterback.
Yes, we just got done talking about NBA Finals. Kevin Love, so I know
Kevin Love can sling that thing, dude. Kevin Love was the best quarterback in Cleveland from 2014 to 2019.
Maybe the best quarterback in Cleveland now.
Maybe. Yeah. Jordan Love, I think he's okay. I think he's great. The fact that they've planted their flag on Watson as their wide receiver 1.
Yeah,
I think he's a unicorn when healthy, but I don't think he's I just don't think he's a guy. Romeo Dobbs is the best receiver on that team, and they got rid of him. So
agreed.
I don't know about that.
I don't think they have a 1 receiver right now, and I thought
they got Matthew Golden too, though.
He'll be weird shit, but he's not. But he's not a 1 though.
No,
I don't think they got a 1.
They give me the vibe of like that Kansas City kind of offense, though. Like their 1 isn't a wide receiver; it's their tight end. And go see how Tucker Kraft comes back.
Yeah, because
he had a season-ending injury last year.
Nasty,
so.
nasty injury.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, Pigskin, I'm right there with you. I'm a Dolphins fan, but I'm jumping.
Too. No, Pete, don't let Rando fool you. He is Benedict Arnold. He has turned on his beloved Miami Dolphins.
And it's their fault. It's their fault. I have spent too many years watching them suck. And they went all in on Tua and Mike McDaniels and try to convince me that was a good combo. Tua come out with the show me the money chant. That dude, he's not our quarterback. Maybe Malik Willis is a guy. I don't know. I have people watch the show. I appreciate you. And I get messages like, hey, listen, your head coach and GM from Green Bay, they're really good. Don't doubt them. And I'm like, I don't believe you, but I hope you're correct. I
remember him being head coach at Boston College just a couple years ago.
We're going to be competing for the number 1 draft pick, I believe. But
yeah, you're probably looking at 4 probably 4 wins is my projection on the Dolphins this year.
Boy, oh boy.
That's a number one big conversation, though.
It is. It is. I mean, three
who-
or
who-
4
who-
wins is gonna win that sweepstakes this year. I think. I don't think anybody's going to be like 1 or 2. I think even the Jets will win a few. But
And remember, we did host a Manning down in Miami. He decided to go to Denver, but we did host a Manning down in Miami, and I thought we were going to get him. You know, and then that defensive coordinator up there in Minnesota, we were going to get the Tom Brady, and he wanted to blow his whistle, and so we didn't get that either. We were going to get Tom Brady and Sean Payton, and he wanted to. Whatever, dude. Thanks for ruining my life, and we hope you have a good time in Minnesota and in DC. I forget what we were talking about, but
how bad the Dolphins suck.
The Dolphins suck. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of that conversation. But yeah, Pigskin, I'm a big Blue Nation Mafia guy this year when the Dolphins disappoint me like they always do. But yeah, no. So here's why I think Detroit's going to be a sleeper. Dan Campbell, when he's back up against the wall, I think he's good. They're going to get back to the run game. Their offensive line is going to be revamped. We'll see how their defense is. Caleb Wilson, I don't know if he was a flash in the pan or if he's actually – or Williams, I'm sorry, not the basketball player, the football player. If he's like – I mean, he made some incredible throws last year off platform. If he can get good in the pocket – maybe it was like a 1-year thing. Maybe he's going to be great. But I think it's going to be the Lions and the Bears fight at the top. And I think Green Bay is going to fall off this year. And I think this is the year that they start talking about LaFleur.
Hey, Josh Jacobs.
Not Dan Campbell.
Josh Jacobs, a weird situation too. Like, could he play or not play? That would be massive, not good for the Packers as well. Micah and Jacobs maybe not playing. We'll see when Micah Parsons comes back. But if Josh Jacobs misses some games of the whole season, that ain't good. My sleeper team is the Texans. That defense, Mixon will be back this year. CJ Stroud, I'm
a big CJ Stroud fan. I think last year was bad, but I really think he is a baller.
But that defense is incredible. And Tank Dell will be back this year. He hasn't played in like 2 years, but he's an ultra talented receiver.
Yeah, they lost Will Anderson though, so that's going to be interesting. I'm a big DeMeco Ryans fan. Even though he's a Bama guy, he was fantastic as a defensive coordinator in San Francisco, and he's proven that he can be a CEO of an NFL team. So I'm a big fan of DeMeco Ryans. But Randall, I was like you. Even though he's an Ohio State guy, I still respected him as a college quarterback, and really thought that he was going to be the best. Be the best QB in that class. And the fall off needs to be studied, dude. Like, I don't know if it's something mental with him or what. But
do you think it was a fall off? If you go back and look, he had to play without his top receiver a lot, his top 1 and 2 a lot. Nico was hurt a lot, and I'm blanking. The number 2 got hurt too. Like go ahead.
I was going to say, I know their wide receivers were out, but their offensive line was garbage. Like, they had one of the worst in the league last year, and they've revamped that this year too.
And I don't disagree. They had some OL issues because there was times they couldn't even run the football. So I agree. But year before, he struggled, and some of it was decision making. Some of it was like throwing to guys that weren't there. Like he's out there playing Top Golf. He doesn't have to hit the mark. He's just got to get it close. So I don't know. I just have seen him regress the past, from year to year to year. And I'm not hating on him. It's just calling what I see. And I hope he can play well. I mean, he's a great talent. Even though I know a lot of Tennessee fans are also Titan fans, and probably going to catch some slack for that, but I'm not a Titans fan, so I don't care. But
Justy boy, I'm sorry, but I think Cameron Ward is absolute trash. And until you get rid of him, you're not going to go very far.
Oh boy.
I think
you're in trouble now.
I think he's just like a really talented but the idea of Cam Ward's better than like the reality of Cam Ward. He's just like, to me, he's just like a Walmart version of like Caleb Williams. Like they have all these crazy, they can throw.
I told you it's coming.
They can throw rolling left 55 yards down the field on a dime, but then they can also throw 4 interceptions in a game that you're just like, what in the world are you doing?
Yeah.
But
well, I think part of it too, though, Drew, in fairness, is they had Will Levis, and that was such a horrible, absolute gutting of a player to have to endure on your team for so long that, I mean, they could have rolled Helen Keller out there and they'd been excited about a different quarterback.
Okay, but to counter that, Will Levis had no chance either with the type of roster that the Titans had at the time either. Like,
you're not wrong.
Yeah,
I just got to throw a shot at Rando because I know how much he loves Will Levis.
I still believe that Levis. I'm not saying he could be a starting quarterback, but I would love to see him get traded and go to a good situation, and maybe just maybe because you can't question Levis's talent, his arm talent, his mobility, his strength, his power at quarterback. Maybe he could be the next Sam Darnold or something. I'm not saying win a Super Bowl, but the next absolute failure of a quarterback that somehow turns it around and can be average, a decent starting quarterback in the league. But
yeah, well,
Will Levis just had too much
for variables. So
yeah.
Go ahead, KFC.
So the Will Levis situation, I think he can have that kind of Sam Darnold kind of rise, but I think I was kind of hoping he'd get traded to the Rams, kind of sit behind Stafford there for a year.
That's what he needs.
But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe because I think Mac Jones gets dealt either at the deadline or before the season starts. So they're going to need a backup. Call the Titans, get him to be Brock Purdy's backup for a year. If Purdy goes down, you can see what Levis has in that offense because Shanahan is a genius. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's the smartest guy in the NFL.
Get him down in Jacksonville, back up Trevor Lawrence, be back with Liam Cohen.
That interdivision stuff, that don't happen much.
Yeah,
it's rare.
Yeah, that'd be a tough sell.
So I think maybe San Fran, maybe I really can't think of any other teams that would need like a backup type of guy that has like those.
That last Will Levis year with the new coach, he just had too much like Carson Wentz in him, where he would make an incredible play and then right afterwards be like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like he took too much on him, like the underhand interception in the red zone, like what, like you can't do it. You got your coach on live TV telling you like, "What the F are you doing, dude?" Like I'm a big Will Levis fan too, like. Eat your banana pills and your tubs of mayonnaise, bro.
Whatever. His debut was awesome though. 4 touchdowns, like 280 yards. It was special.
Yeah, it was. He showed like, wow, this guy can be a guy because he has absolute rocket. He's athletic. He's tough. Shoulder injury now, hopefully healed up. We'll see. I do think he gets a second chance because of all the things that we were just talking about. But he's got to get the right spot, like a Shanahan, a KOC, like a quarterback guru who can like take him out of his mind of like, dog, like not every play needs to be game on the line. Like they're throwing the ball away is perfectly fine, right? Like just chuck that thing out of bounds, whatever you got to do. It doesn't have to be a home run every single play, which is essentially what got Carson Wentz out of the league because, dude would – what did he do in Indianapolis? He used the ball to like brace himself and then threw a freaking thing down the field for a touchdown. Next play, he gets sandwiched, sprains both his ankles, and then throws a pick or something like crazy. Like the Carson Wentz experience was like the reverse of the Mike Vick experience. Like you were getting routed around, but it didn't end up for a touchdown. It ended up for you getting on IR. It's like this is how it went.
Yeah, Mitch Trubisky kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, guys that did. They have a lot of talent. It's just
Mitch was a field goal away, man. If that dude doesn't bank 2 field goals off the goalpost, that dude is like he's probably still the quarterback in Chicago right now, man.
The same thing is that I'll say about Levis, like he had no chance anyways. The Titans line has been awful. He had his number one weapon was past his prime DeAndre Hopkins. And then they trade for Calvin Ridley. Well, Calvin Ridley hasn't been very good in 5 years.
Did he get a shot with AJ Brown or no?
No.
That
was
Brown.
Tannehill.
Yeah. The Titans have been, since they traded AJ and fired Vrabel, they've just been a dumpster fire. And I said I'm not a Titans fan. I used to go to games all the time when I lived in Nashville, but I don't wish them any ill will. I'm not an anti-Titans person, but I don't get that excited about it.
So what do you think about the new jerseys?
I
actually think they're pretty. What do you kids say? Fire? Is that right, Drew?
Yeah.
They're fire. Okay, yeah. I think they're that.
They're dope. Yeah, they're the new jerseys
like
are dope
them
for sure.
Yeah, they've got a great colorway to work with, and of course, the throwback Oilers. Sorry, Houston, it's not your team. They can do some great designs and colorways with what they have to work with.
It's a good thing JJ Watt's not watching the show because he would definitely be pissed off by that statement.
I agree. That's fine. I mean, he's entitled to be wrong.
See, I feel like the history should have been left there too. I think the Texans should be able to get the Oilers stuff because it happened there. It's kind of like the Browns. Like in '95, they moved to Baltimore, and then they changed to the Ravens. But the Browns fought. They went to Congress. That's why Cleveland fans are the best. Debate a wall. They went to Congress to keep the history of the Browns in Cleveland because they knew the new team was going to be awful. Because the old Browns, back in World War II era, they were dominant. Go look up Otto Graham. Statistically, greatest quarterback ever when it came to championships. 7 out of 8 years. Boom.
I've never seen a football game in the dog pound, but I did see Kenny Chesney live, and that was a great time.
Hey,
well, anybody that will sit in that weather, hats off. That's a hardy people that go to games in Cleveland in December and January.
It's fun. It's the best time, too. So everybody's just kind of aggravated. Both of the games I've been to in December, the Browns have actually won. But I tell you what, elite crowds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got to be tough to go in there and play. Even if you're a cold weather team, it's still tough to go in there because that stadium sits right on Lake Erie, right?
Yeah.
And
like right on it.
Yeah. So it's a different kind of cold. I used to fly in and out of Cleveland a lot, and it's a different kind of wind. It's a different kind of wind chill. It's a different kind of freeze. It's bitter, man. So Green Bay and Chicago, those folks, I tip my hat because y'all are some dedicated folks.
See, that's what Detroit.
Buffalo, same kind of thing. Those
Buffalo
for
crazy. Sure, absolutely, Buffalo for sure.
See, here's my thing with Detroit. It's Ford Field. Ford's thing's built tough, but they got a dome.
Yeah, you ain't
I'm
wrong.
Sorry. You can't be built tough in a dome. That's why I'm against the dome for the Browns. But we need a retractable roof. That's what I want.
Yeah. That's what it is. If you want a Super Bowl, you need a retractable roof for sure.
Unfortunately, that's what you gotta do. Yeah, I hate that we've gotten so comfortable and taken away some of those great,
like going to a
great
snow
home
game.
Field advantages.
Have you guys ever been to like an actual like snow game, like where it just like kills you?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
dude, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's miserable, but it's
not. Yeah, I gotta tell you right now, for someone who just wants to go, if I'm spending a bunch of money, going to Hard Rock and in Miami getting dumped on in rain or whatever, like when I went with Lexington a couple years ago, we're getting pissed on just before the game. I got my whole fit planned out. I got shoes that I want to wear. I don't want to just walk out in the snow or get rained on. Put the dome on the thing. Let me be comfortable. AC, heat, whatever you got to do. Open the roof if it's nice outside. I want to go enjoy my experience. All right. So he called me soft. That's fine. I'm just saying I'm paying a bunch of money. I don't want to I'm going to freeze my ass off and get dumped on with snow.
Yeah. No, as a fan, you're 100% right. I just meant for the team, the environment, the home field advantage, that kind of thing, played in those conditions. No, you're right. 100%. If I'm going, I'm at the age now. If it's not between 65 and 72, my ass is watching it on TV.
Yeah.
Because
I'm the guy that takes the shirt off when it's like 20. It's pouring snow.
Yeah. I mean, ask Pete there. He'll tell you about weather in upstate New York in the wintertime.
Oh,
No,
do
you can
that.
have that, man. I don't want any part of that.
We'll close this thing out. It's way too early, but we're talking about NFL right now. We're talking about who we think the best teams are going to be. I'll start. We'll go KFC, Drew, and then Hammer, and then I'll go. Who's your AFC? Who's your NFC? Let's go way too early. Super Bowl next year. We'll have this conversation like 10 more times before the season starts. But right now, as it lays, who's your NFC? Who's your AFC champions to play the Super Bowl next year?
I mean, the NFC, the Rams just get Myles Garrett. They're the team on paper right now to just clear everybody and win it all, right? I disagree. I think, hear me out, it's going to be a wild one, but I think he's going to get in his bag. Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. I think they're going to make a run for another Super Bowl appearance.
Hammer's a big 49ers fan. He likes that.
I think the Buffalo Bills, they finally do it this year.
That's Rando's
I'm not
team.
a Bills guy. I'm not one of them Kentucky guys.
Bill, super fan right here. Super fan.
The
Number one.
baby in, Bills, whatever. Once you get to the league, if you're not on the Browns, I really don't care. Because most of them go to like the Bengals or the Steelers, and I just got to like boo them. But I think it's going to be a Bills-Niners.
All right. Drew, what you got?
Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it at all. Rams versus Chiefs.
Drew's kind of a homer. He's a Chiefs fan. Well, he's a Rams-ish fan of old, but all right. Rams, Chiefs. Hammer, what you got?
Well, first of all, KFC can come on this show any damn time he wants to. Standing invitation on dropping the hammer as well. So, and as much as I want to believe that, and I will hope for that, and I see a path, I see a way of that happening if everybody stays healthy, because that's been a very difficult thing to do over the last couple seasons. But the Rams were a player or two away last year from being there. And I think with the addition of Myles Garrett, and not only just his play, but his leadership and his experience. And, I kind of called out their secondary a little bit. And then you guys were reminding me, they did pick up a couple free agents in the defensive backfield that it will be better. I still don't know if it's going to be slam dunk, but that defense, that front seven is absolutely phenomenal. Matthew Stafford at 38, 39 years old is playing as good as he probably ever has. They've got a two-headed monster in the backfield. Wide receivers, arguably the best room in the league. I don't see how it's not the Rams, even though I like KFC's prediction better. And oh, man, I want it to be Buffalo so bad. I really do.
Cleveland Browns, let's go.
I'm going to throw an even wilder one out there. I think the Chargers may be the surprise in the AFC this year.
I can see that.
Herbert's
as
as
well.
won a playoff game, has he?
What's that?
I don't think Herbert still hasn't won a playoff game, has he?
No, because Brandon Staley's a dumbass, and he cost them every opportunity that Justin Herbert really ever had to do anything postseason. And why he didn't get fired in the tunnel in Jacksonville still amazes me. But regardless, they've got the makings, like they've got the components. That
how crazy would it be if it was
to
the
get
Chargers versus the Rams, and the Super Bowl's in SoFi Stadium? That would be absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Chargers versus Rams, Super Bowl, SoFi Stadium.
If that happens, NFL scripted 1,000%.
Yeah.
You will not convince me otherwise.
So I'm going to go make that bet as soon as we get off the show, because
That's probably a good bet.
right. Well, I wasn't even thinking like that, Drew, but that's a great.
that just popped in my head when you said
That's a
Chargers.
great call out. Yeah, it's like Subway Series. When Yankees and Mets.
Yeah,
that would be phenomenal. To be honest, it would suck for 95% of the country probably, but for the NFL, man, what a shoot! It wouldn't get any better than that unless it was, the Giants or the Jets. And if it was the Jets or either of those two teams, it would be out of disbelief more so than anything. But yeah, I don't know, man. I want to believe. I'm a huge Josh Allen fan, massive Josh Allen fan. Yeah, Clyde, sorry, bro. The Bengals defense is still atrocious. Their defense is not going to allow them to go very far. I'm sorry.
I think they'll make noise in their division. I think
they will. They will. They'll be in the hunt. I agree. But, Derrick Henry's not showing any signs of slowing down.
Yeah.
Ravens got a little bit better offensively. Their defense is always good. It's been elite. It's not been elite for a while, but it's still pretty good.
Interesting, though, with the new coach, though.
I mean, it is going to be yeah. Todd Monken is very offensive minded, so that will be probably a different looking. So that's why they're kind of the wild card in that. Is if LeVar, they run an offense and Lamar can efficiently operate, Derrick Henry runs for another 1,500 plus yards, it very easily could be Baltimore in that AFC spot. That's why I'm just.
Todd Monken's in Cleveland, and
I said Todd Monken.
Yes, he mentor.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Yep.
I first year head coach. I just think that's why I think the Bengals can win the division. But when you talk about who they're going to play in, I think they can. No, but I think when they get to the playoffs, that defense is just not going to be able to hold up.
See, I don't
think this is the 1 year you get.
And their O-line sucks too.
Who's that?
They addressed it. We'll see it. They addressed it. So we'll see how good they are.
So like
we talking about the Bengals?
Yeah. See, their offensive line was decent last year because it improved from the year before that. And last year, like their pass blocking, I think it was top 15. So I mean, it was like that middle of the pack. But their defensive front, I mean, they've improved drastically. I mean, getting Dexter Lawrence, that's huge for them. But I think their secondary is still kind of weak. But here's where my thing with the Bengals is. It's like Joe Burrow is a phenomenal quarterback. Hate to say that, but I don't think his love for football is there anymore. Like, if you just, like, look at him, like, he just doesn't look like he loves football. Or it's just because it's in Cincinnati and it's just, like, kind of ran its course. He either needs to get out or he needs to retire and become a TikTok influencer, one of the two.
Fashion
designer.
I think he wants to do some situation.
Yeah.
So I think this is the year that we actually get a healthy version of him. And he comes in from the offseason, not with some like weird thing going on. And yes, the defense is going to be suspect. The O-line maybe is a little bit better. Maybe it's status quo. We'll see. But I think he can win. And the fact that Aaron Rodgers is who he is, and I don't think he's going to really he's the best option for the Steelers, but I don't think he's going to elevate them. Mike McCarthy offense, he knows, but the other rest of the key components don't. I think the Bengals can win their division, be competitive. I don't think they can go deep in the playoffs. This is how it's going to pan out. I think you're going to have the Giants play the Rams in the NFC, and the Rams are going to win.
You got the Giants off that far?
I think so, man.
I think the Giants are going to be pretty good, but you think the NFC Championship game good?
I think they can make a run there. I really do. You're going to head coach means business. You got a quarterback who can do the thing. Wan'Dale Robinson, you got a lot of
Titans.
Wan'Dale's in Tennessee.
No, he's on the Titans now. Sorry, yeah, Wan'Dale. Neighbors, Malik Neighbors going out. I completely forgot that Wan'Dale went to Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean they got to get out of their division.
Yeah, but do you believe in Dallas this year?
I think Dallas will be better than
Philly
the
this
Giants.
year. I think Philly's going to regress substantially. I just don't.
Substantially?
I do. I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. I wanted the Dolphins to draft Jalen Hurts over, but they get rid of AJ Brown. I don't think what do they call him? Small Batman, or I think they're going to have to really focus on the run game. Maybe they can do that, but they're going to be very one dimensional with Jalen Hurts running the ball, with Saquon running the ball. I don't think they can really stretch the field out. And we talk about head coaches being on the hot seat. He stays on the hot seat, right? So
Well, and he's
The
turned
Giants,
over.
I think the Giants can win that division. Maybe not easily, but I think they can win that division, and then it gives them the leg up in the playoffs. Scatterboo, if he comes back healthy, I think there's a lot of good pieces on that team. You did remind me of Wandell, but I think
the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean you get Jaden Daniels.
If Ayuk gets there, and he actually plays football, that's a big if. But
I don't even know.
Like that's where he wants to go.
I wouldn't even enter him in the equation.
I like the Giants. But I think I'm gonna pick. I think the Rams get there on the NFC side, and I think we get a Kansas City Chiefs, Bills, AFC Championship game. This is like last year was the year that we thought he was going to get it done. Like the QB, there was no other.
Yeah, easiest path he's had.
It was the easiest path. Allen was going to finally get it done, and he fell short. But I think this is the year he's going to come in hungry. They're going to get behind him, and he's got like the OCs now. I'm a big McDermott guy. I thought he was a great coach, but now he's got like his dude calling plays, head coach, revitalize the offense a little bit, and this is the year they finally get over the hump, and we get the Rams, Bills Super Bowl matchup, which is going to be absolutely electric, right? That's going to be massive, and then the Bills get it done. That's what I'm calling for.
Man, the Bills over Rams. So
I'll say Bills over Rams. Now, that being said, if it gets to Bills Rams, I'll probably be – that's going to be tough for me because I will want Stafford to go out on a high, but then I'm also – I just said I'm Bills super fan, so like I'm going to want Allen to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, as a lifelong Bills fan, you can't possibly hope that the Rams beat the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Yeah, that's a
How
good point.
How dare you?
That's a good point. I'll get Stevie Johnson on the show. We'll talk about it. But
if the Browns ever get to a Super Bowl, hear me out. I want to be on here whenever they win the AFC Championship game from my jail cell. Because if they win and they're going to a Super Bowl, I will be arrested. Actually, if they get to an AFC Championship, I'll get arrested. Because I've never seen anything like it in my life. Still hate Kansas City because of that game in 2021. By the way,
we'll get a GoFundMe, get your bailout money, dog. We'll get you out of there.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
We'll cover your
Enjoy
bail.
yourself.
Absolutely.
Enjoy yourself.
It'd be like nudity, DUI, all that.
As long as I don't have to see the nudity, I'm okay with it.
You're going to see video, like TMZ's going to put one out. It's going to be blurred out, and it's going to say man streaking on I-75. It's going to be me with a Browns flag. I'm running to Cleveland.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll get back here on Wednesday. I think Hunter Sanson's going to join the show on Wednesday. He's on vacation right now. He's going to join us, but he's enjoying a nice vacation. But he's going to come on here. We'll talk a little more ball. We didn't get to the Wildcats. Have the newest basketball cats are in the building, so that's exciting for us. But we have plenty of time to talk about that. We got TBT coming up, so a lot of things to talk about. It carries to the offseason. World Cup is like a week away. I'm telling you, Pulisic's going to get it done. He's going to bring the cup home. America's going to win this thing. Bet on it right now. It's free money. I'm giving you right. So whatever the books say, Hammer, I know you believe it in your heart. USA is going to win this thing.
By USA, you mean Spain?
It's not what I said, but maybe
Spain or France is what you mean by USA, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll be lucky to win our group.
We're gonna win it. We're gonna win the whole thing.
I hope
scan
so.
the QR code. Heavy Pour 15. Go to bluegrass-elite.com. Get your Border Rivals merch. Get your All UK Ball merch. Get your Heavy Pour Sports merch. And then you see it. KFC's got it rocking. I'm rocking it right now. Boom. StatelinCo.shop. All UK Ball 25% off. If you hate this show, use KFC 25. Get 25% off. Whatever you want to do. As long as you're rocking State Line Co gear in Lexington, you're doing the right thing. Get your hat from StatelinCo.shop. But now I appreciate everybody watching us. If you can go and follow, let me put it up here. Boom. Drew, check this out. I realized I hadn't had you on here, dog. You didn't tell me, but boom. You're right there around the
Where at?
scroll. You see the scroll right there?
On the
Look
ticker.
on the screen.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Boom.
My little
Don't
full
feel
screen
bad.
is there.
Yeah, don't feel bad. It took me like 6 months to get Hammer on there because I just don't pay attention. But go follow everybody on the show. Go follow Heavy Pour Sports on YouTube and TikTok and Border Rivals HPS on X. Shout out for everybody watching. We will send you Wednesday. And as always, go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Vols. Go West Virginia.
Oh.
Peace. Play the
On a whole nother level. Let's get it. Run it up. Check the scope. Money talk, money mo. Yeah. Main crew say they weed it. Kicking down the door. Run it up. Check the scope. Money talk, money mo. What? Main crew say they with it. Kicking down the door. Let's go. And it's just the whole lane when I'm driving the machine.